And what is your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome, everyone. Woo! Brucifer. I'm feeling good today.
I can see we're early.
Yeah, we're later than usual. People were confused by the title. Get those thumbs up there. Come on, everyone. I'm getting closer to 6K, and it's all thanks to you. It's all thanks to the support out there. I love all of you, and we're just focused on entertainment stuff. And I was really hyped about my Mortal Kombat video earlier. And I want to do more. I want to do more clip outs and videos that aren't from the live streams too, because I think it helps. Reactions. I was thinking about starting another reaction channel. Should I just do it here? I just don't want to put my channel at risk. As long as I pre-record it and upload it, it'll tell you if there's like a strike worthy. As long as it's a claim, I don't care. I don't care if I make money on the reactions. It's just to get my face out there more. My Doom face.
This way people can subscribe and wait for more reactions.
But I also want to do music video reactions too. Woo, I found a spicy one today. Woo! I got recommended because I've been watching a lot of music videos, including some female singers and some hardcore like metal female singers too.
Yeah.
And they just put out a cover of 9 Inch Nails' Closer.
Ooh.
3 ladies. Wow.
Don't tell Voltaire about that.
I did. No, I'm going to send Voltaire. I'm going to send Voltaire the link. My goodness. Yes. I watched it. I was like, I can't react to this on the channel. People get offended. I don't know. But I do also want to do music video reactions too. Okay. What is this title? All it was saying is MMB late. And then I put families over for dinner. Like what they did. People thought I was talking about Fast X.
It's all about the family.
Look, is Max going the left is destroying families, or is this a Fast X review? Be sure to tune in. Was it really that confusing? Look, everyone.
Holy crap. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, 86 minutes. Reyes here. Strange World Theories. Hey, brother. Hello. You're going to finally watch Quantumania? Awesome. Fast X Flash crossover. Ugh, I don't know. Maybe. That dude Vince. I always people advise to make their live channel and record video channel separate. Algorithm doesn't know who to push though. I've had success when I do shorts and doing variety of content, and I kind of want to be as a variety show. It's movie madness and entertainment. I think video games and comic books and music are not too much of a stretch. You know, if I was started talking about cooking or cleaning or organizing, then it might be too much. You know what I mean? But it's in the same wheelhouse. What do you think, Brucifer?
Yeah, they're pretty close tied together. You know, comics are tied to the movies, and music is in the movies, and
video games are in the movies and TV now. Yeah. Oh, just a heads up, everyone. Now, Brucifer, we're going to do your appreciation stream soon, but tomorrow we're going to do Williams because I think you said you were busy the next couple weekends off and on too. So when you're available, we want to make it a special occasion. We do have good news right off the bat. Great news out there. Maybe I should make a banner here.
I think you should.
Hold on a second. And I actually think I'm one of the most unbiased movie pundits out there.
Cough, cough.
I do. I believe it. I don't need you to tell. And that's another thing is strength of my character. I don't care what people think about me. You have your opinions on me. I think I'm very unbiased. I think I'm very fair, play it down the middle. And I would tell you, I am shocked at this news. I am shocked at this news. I did not see this coming at all. Hold on a second. Let me make.
Yeah, I think that no one was expecting it to.
Wait, don't blow it yet. Don't blow it yet. I didn't even get the title yet.
I'm not blowing anything.
Flash is tracking bigger than Guardians of the Galaxy 3 opening weekend. I was shocked when I was like, really? Really? I am shocked. Okay. I didn't think there were. I thought the DC fan base was burnt. I didn't think that even a great movie was going to get to, Now, if it actually accomplishes this, okay. But I mean, the proof's still going to be out there. I haven't heard like the pre-orders on Fandango are like. I guess they are. I don't know.
I think the tickets went on sale today.
I am shocked. I am shocked that it's tracking high. This high. Not high, but this high. And it's not a holiday weekend that's coming out.
Well, I don't think that includes the pre-sales yet.
The closest holiday around it is actually Juneteenth, which is a newer holiday. Which does that equate to box office too? I don't know if people like to go see movies during that holiday or not. I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's only been a holiday for what?
Yeah.
A year?
Yeah, but that is a factor. That's a smart play to try to get that because it's an unknown quantity. Like and if that becomes a staple of the movie release summer, Juneteenth, to put it out right before Juneteenth, right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Wait, what day does the Flash come out?
I think it's the Juneteenth is the 19th, right? And I think it comes out the 16th, I think.
I thought it was the 13th.
I don't know.
Let me research.
All right, but here is the article or on Twitter, the Hollywood handle on Twitter. And come on, everyone, we have a 40 like goal for night. How many? I'm 41. You know what? That's gonna be the like goal. I'm never stopping YouTube. I'm never stopping Movie Top like that quitter Campia. I'm demanding from you, please, as many likes as years I have been on this earth. So 41 likes every video. 41 likes every video. I'm 41. Give me 41 likes, please.
I'll set it for 30.
No, 41. 41. Hey, CJ, look at this.
Hello.
Hey.
Yes, Juneteenth is on. You correct. It's the 19th.
Yeah, and Flash comes out the 16th.
Yep, 3-day weekend.
That's
opening.
great.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So that's a smart play to put it there too. What's that from? Wow, you've done something. You've done something good with Midjourney. CJH on target. Okay. So the public screenings. Oh wait, hold on. And the U.S. starts Sunday. So the Flash is tracking to have a high box office opening weekend than Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Okay. That's quite interesting. Now, maybe that is because of the holiday. I don't know. The Guardians 3 did not have a holiday surrounding it, but Samir says it'll beat Guardians of the Galaxy 3 opening for sure. The power of Batman. I did not think that before I heard this. Now, projections could be off too. You never know.
It's not Keaton. It's just any Batman will do at this point.
I shouldn't be drinking Mountain Dew, but I need some energy.
Put that can of sugar away.
No, I'm opening it. It's the last.
No, don't do it.
I don't care. I don't have any Bud Light. I'm out of Bud Light, so I'm drinking Mountain Dew.
The stream was originally going to be
Bud Light's healthier for you than Mountain Dew.
This
is Frostbite Mountain Dew.
As Anthony said, Sean deserves an L because he said it will bomb.
I'll let him know. I'll deliver his L personally. Thank you, Anthony. I will deliver his L personally. Well, it's not there yet. We'll have to see if it actually accomplishes. Projections can't be off.
Well, I'll hold an L just in case.
You'll hold an L. Okay.
Yeah, just for him, just in case.
It's gonna flop because it's DC.
No,
Ezra's carrying this movie. I think
projections are usually at the very least like 20 million off. At the most, like 20 million off. They're not that far off.
I just feel like DC is pretty much burned itself.
Well, that's what you're saying. What I was saying, CGH, but that's not what those numbers are saying. Though.
Where basically they just need to start the reboot.
They are that they already have this movie made though.
Yeah,
CGH.
but they needed to shelve all these other movies and then
shelve them.
What?
Shelve them?
Why would you shelve a good movie?
No, I don't want them to shelve anything.
But to be fair, CGH has been negative on DC movies for like the last 7 to 8 months. Yeah. Reboot.
Well, let's see. I have another good surprise for you too, and more good news about box office tracking. Which this is enough. This is also to the industry. Stop the excuses. If you deliver something people want to see, they're going to go see it. There's more good news.
Yeah, and there's a ton of Flash fans out there that have been waiting for this movie.
I just didn't see this coming. I didn't see this. I really didn't think this. Okay, so let's skip all this BS because it basically tells you what's happening. Oh, it's a movie with Batman in it. Oh, flat. All right, now let's get to the projections. Box Office Pro showed its first box office projections for the Warner Brothers The Flash before it opens in theaters on June 16th. The site estimates a domestic opening weekend of somewhere between 115 and 140 million, with a domestic total projection of 280 million to 375 million. Should The Flash reach the high end of that mark, it would be the highest domestic opening weekend for the DCU since 2016 Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, which opened with 166 million at the box office. People seem to forget that, even though everyone likes to complain about Batman v Superman, that opening weekend box office was amazing.
Yeah, but then
it crashed.
Well, it had a big drop because that was one of the biggest opening of all time.
Batman v Superman, that's why.
It was one of the biggest DC opening of all time.
Well, people wanted to see Batman versus Superman. Then after they saw it,
yeah, but no other DC accomplished that opening weekend though.
Because it's literally called Batman v Superman.
Yes, but that's still you can't take it away. It still happened.
Properties.
It still happened. Like everyone's like, "Whoa, it was doing better after that." No one else got that. Like people. I'm just dealing with the facts here, Brucifer. What other DC movie has gotten that opening?
It's literally called Batman v Superman.
I know that. I'm saying, CJH, get your bias out of there because I'm the fair one here. I'm the fair one. That is what other DC property accomplished that opening weekend? I'm not talking about the drop. I'm not talking about the drop. Yeah.
It's literally named after the two most famous superheroes of all time.
It's still, 871 million worldwide is still pretty significant. Yeah, 90% drop, Anthony. Get your 69 out of here.
How about this question?
Wow, he sounds clear. What the hell's going on?
When you think of superheroes,
oh my God! Did you hear that person? His voice sounds so clear now.
Are you sure that's CGH?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Breaking news. I got some AI art to show. Oh, sorry, CJ.
No, go ahead, CJ. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Name 3 superheroes.
Okay, I'm not counting the superheroes.
Just do it. Just
what do you
name
mean
3 superheroes that come to mind.
What are you talking about? I don't know where
off the top of your head. Just
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Exactly.
Yes.
Batman and Superman.
Okay. It's still
is
got
named
that.
after Batman and Superman.
Yes, and it's still got that opening
Literally
weekend.
everyone knows Batman and Superman.
Okay. I don't get what you're doing.
Max.
Yes.
Calm down.
I don't get. People say like it did better without Zach. It did better after. It didn't.
It has nothing to do with Zach. Or
you're right. I'm saying DC hasn't been as successful since.
Comic book characters.
The Joker, Aquaman,
the Joker,
Wonder Woman,
the
Batman.
Okay.
What are you?
But opening weekend.
The goalposts have moved.
Yes. That's still an amazing box office.
This is what we call Max's math.
Yeah.
It's like how Spider-Man movies do very well because everyone knows who Spider-Man is.
Okay. All right. Well, you're veering me off topic here, CJ. Okay. It still was good box office. It still was good box office. It wasn't as good as Aquaman. It wasn't as good as Joker. You're right. But it surpassed most all of their other offerings besides Batman. Besides if it has to do with Batman. Yes. Most recently, Shazam! Fear of the Gods opened to a horde. This isn't even a Geekosity article. This is the Rep. 30 million. Wow. 67. Okay, so look at this. If this gets 140 million, it will surpass all of these. Look at that.
Where's the Batman?
I don't know why they didn't include the Batman here. I don't know. The top domestic totals for the DCU can be seen here. So, I don't know.
Where's the Joker?
Yeah, they should have included Batman, the Joker in there as well. That's significant, though. I didn't see this coming. I'm hoping it does well.
But like I said, it has nothing to do with whether or not people like the movie. It was literally named after 2 most famous superheroes of all time.
Okay.
What he's trying to say is
that gave it a
no matter how good or bad the movie was, people were going to rush out to see Batman versus Superman.
Okay. William, are you available for this? William, we're doing your appreciation stream tomorrow as well, 7 p.m. Eastern, I believe. I need William to drop it like it's hot. The facts about the box office, if you're available. All right, hold on. Let me see.
Regardless of how good or bad people think BVS was,
yes,
it still made close to $1 billion.
Yes,
I for one. You know how I feel about BVS.
And they should have done a the max math ain't mathin'. I know. I'm just saying it's good box office. That's all I meant. It's not as good as Aquaman. Yes. It's not as good as Batman or Joker. Yes. It's still good box office. And yes, it would have done better. It would have got to the billion if people liked it better.
You know, no matter how much I did not like that movie, it still made money for the studio.
Yeah. And if they would have released the extended cut as a theatrical, it would have got to $1 billion. Just like, some other movies, they release a second cut that counts towards the total.
I very much doubt it, though.
What? What? Are you kidding me? It only needed 130 million more worldwide. While it was still relevant, release an extended cut in theaters, they would have got to $1 billion.
I think they should re-release it now with the extended cut.
Well, not now. I don't think it will. Now I don't think it will.
It would just confuse
so
people.
Many times. Yeah. Okay. So Flash is tracking bigger than Guardians of the Galaxy 3. We'll see if that holds. And it would have been rated R. Yeah. Wouldn't it still counted towards the overall box office though? Because it's the same title.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how they do it. And it'll be a significant difference in the film.
I wonder what the digital sales was for it.
Exactly, it's rated R, so that already hurts it.
It still was enough to get over 100 million, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know for sure. I'm guessing, but during when it was relevant, Voltaire's here. Hey, Voltaire, how's it going?
Good. How's everybody today?
Oh, look at this! It's the anti-Brucifer.
The anti-Brucifer. Brucifer.
You get what I'm saying, though, right, Walter? That this movie did well because it's
oh my god,
Superman.
People were obsessed with BVS.
All right, clear the floor. William is here.
William, hey William.
The floor is yours, William.
Tell people about BVS. They don't have to like it. It still made money. It still was decent.
2016.
Yes.
The initial lame ass argument about BVS's box office is still the same stupid ass argument that keeps getting brought up. There seems to be no dynamic about what was going on at the time.
I mean, it wasn't bad box office.
Set up. How was it really none of that stuff? All you ever hear, no, $871 million, unless you're a poorly ran company, generally gets people promoted. But guess what? We know now it was a poorly ran company.
Yeah.
So 870, you had your prior movie made $678 million. So your very next outing made $871 million. That's almost a $200 million jump. If you committed to that trajectory, you would have been wherever you needed to be. And a lot of what Aquaman did and the Wonder Woman did was based off of that aura. But all you ever hear is fanboy logic. Oh, it has Batman and Superman in it. It should have drawn $2 billion.
Well,
that is the empty shoebox skull argument.
Well, this is the CGH's argument.
It's not just his argument, Gunn. I'm not targeting him. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I've been on the planet for a while. I'm not knocking you, CJ, because you're not. This is not exclusive. You just can't throw an S and a bat on something. What you had with BVS is you have people who have a death grip on the Superman and Batman. That means whatever it is to their childhood or their young adulthood. And if you are going to commit to going forth with characters that have been around for decades upon decades, you are going to have to learn to take that hit in the balls. You will eventually get those people, but it's going to take 3 years minimum. And it's going to be the same thing with James Gunn. We're going to be having the same conversation about no matter how good Superman Legacy is. You are going to have people that are us man babies who cannot immediately let go of the Superman we have in our head. We want the next guy. We want the next guy, Superman, to be the one that's in our head. Instead of letting that storyteller tell his or her story, we want the finished product from our childhood. And that's bullshit. That's why these movies have an uphill battle, no matter what they are, especially when it comes to DC, because you have people whose grandparents know who these superheroes are and have versions of them in their heads. So Superman versus Batman, $871 million, a good ran company, not a poorly ran one, would have taken that and gone to the finish line with it. You know, that's the difference between a poorly ran company that would DC Studios or whatever the hell they were at that point. That's the difference. How many of those guys are around right now? None of them. So the argument, and it hasn't changed since 2016. It hasn't changed. It's still the same silly argument.
People don't like BVS. Okay. It still made decent money, and they still haven't.
$871 million. They still haven't. People like BVS.
They still haven't had many wins after that either. Aquaman, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, I thought was $1 billion. It's not actually.
No, it's 700,
like
800 million.
So Aquaman is the only one besides Batman. Batman if you get Batman right, you're going to get pretty close to $1 billion.
You're talking about the Batman?
Money doesn't mean people like it.
Okay, so if throwing Batman on it is $1 billion, then why? I mean, the Batman didn't make $1 billion. It made good money.
I see what you're saying, but I'm going to give you some pushback because I do believe that there is something to the hype of an event and that kind of thing. And BVS is a big event, and I actually enjoyed the movie. I know people don't like it. I enjoyed it. So whatever. Personal feelings aside, there's people who are going to go see that movie just because it's that movie.
They did $871 million. That gets you promoted, not fired. $871 million in a smart office. You're popping champagne. In the stupid office, you're putting pressure on people. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's a different. I agree with that, but to say that the name of the movie didn't have something to do with how it did, because that's my argument with the sequel trilogy of Star Wars.
It's a failed argument.
Look how much money they made.
As much hype as you have resistance. You still got man babies with a death clutch on Christopher Reeve. All right, you still have grown-ass men who have not moved beyond a Superman that has been off the screen for nearly 4 decades. They still want that Superman on there. So no matter what you hype any of these characters, you are always going to have those people that are going to resist it. It's like a magnet. As much hype as you have, you're going to have resistance until they warm up to it, because there's a lot of people who didn't like certain movies back in 2013 that have changed their opinion over the years. But you have to, if you're running a business, you have to understand that you are up against that, and that you have to account for that into your math.
I think that goes for all franchises. Look at Star Wars fans, Star Trek fans. They all hate anything new if it's not related to the original.
Yeah,
gatekeepers. Yeah,
but for the normies, like, there's certain things that the normies don't care about. Now, you can't deny that normies are going to say, "Oh, there's a Ben Affleck movie where Batman fights Superman," and that's not going to draw more normie attention than a regular Batman or a Superman movie would. I mean, I think that's naive, to be honest with you.
Okay, well, what movie prior to BVS pulled in that much money? The Nolan movies. If you take Heath Ledger out of the Nolan trilogy, you have 3 really good movies that make really good money. But 2 of those out of those 3 movies aren't making $1 billion, because the first one only made $400 million, barely crossed $400 million.
I think there's a different level of hype with Batman versus Superman, though.
It's the same 2 IPs.
No, but the concept of Batman versus Superman, right? To comic book readers, whatever, that kind of thing has happened before. But to see it on screen, I think for normies, it sounds more exciting. And I think
when we did our marketing survey for this, and I hate to cut you off because when we did our marketing survey, the Batman versus Superman aspect of it meant nothing. We're going through the same thing with the Flash as far as we're because we got 4 screenings of that next week. That'll be fun.
Yeah, but your marketing survey is what? Your comic book customers?
No. What are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you
people we send to these movies.
He has a movie theater in Sci-Fi Center too.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you meant like your customers in the comic store.
No,
okay.
We're doing 4 screenings at whatever we're doing. The first one's on Monday. We're doing we're asking people, and the things that fanboys think mean something to normal fans don't really mean that much.
I agree with that.
They don't mean that much. It sounds cool on a YouTube channel. No, not knocking YouTube because I'm on it. But the logic that we fans use versus the average customer is like speaking an alien language. All we're doing is guessing until you actually ask a person what resonates with you as far as these IPs goes. And Batman versus Superman didn't mean as much as a lot of people thought it would to an average fan, because an average fan still, even a normie, is still the Superman they know is Christopher Reeve. And here's an example. In 2006, Superman Returns is a failure. Is a failure because they tried to use nostalgia because they were afraid to break away from the Christopher Reeve model. That's how tight that orbit is. That's what you're going up against whenever you make a brand new Superman or Batman. You're going up against 80 years of history that you have to understand. Just like next year, or when Superman Legacy, if you think that movie it could make $1 billion, but most likely it's not, and if Zaslav hasn't told those shareholders, hey, you know what?
It doesn't need to make $1 billion. Yeah,
it doesn't. It doesn't. But you'll have knuckleheads that say, "Oh, if it doesn't make $1 billion, it's got Superman in it." And no, it doesn't. It doesn't work that way. So, like I said, you have to do You have to actually sit down and talk to some of these guys.
Are you shocked by this box office prediction?
No, because it's an event level. This is what they should have
I'm
been doing the whole time. No, it's an event level movie. They have treated it like an event level movie from day one. From the Super Bowl promo all the way up till now, The Flash has been treated like an event level movie, and it's the first event level movie DC's had in years. We went from Batman, Superman, Aquaman to Polka Dot Man, Weasel, Harley Quinn, every unnamed Shazam, and Black Adam. And then are wondering why are these movies making a lot of money?
No,
why
it's
aren't they making a
William
Why
is
is Black Adam a
consistently.
failure?
He's a Shazam fan, but he's like, why did they think it was going to make a lot of money?
It should have never been made. Black Adam should have never been made. All right, Harley Quinn and the Fantabulous bullshit should have never been made.
Oh wow,
Okay.
William is hot tonight. Wow,
But you look at the Flash.
I like
the
Harley
Flash,
Quinn and the Fantabulous.
That's fine. You
whatever
can
it
love
is.
it. I liked the Suicide Squad. But it's not an event level movie that gives you the momentum going into your franchise. You don't blow $185 million on Polka Dot Man and Captain Boomerang. It just doesn't happen. And expect a return that's people aren't going to be whining about. They've treated The Flash like an event level movie. There are recognizable IPs in it. So no, this is not a surprise at all. This is what they should have been doing. This is what they should have been doing the past 7 years. Instead of giving me characters that most people just are not going to pull money out of their pocket for. Nobody's paying for the Huntress. Nobody's paying for that outside of maybe a hardcore DC fan. And they've even watered down the Harley Quinn brand to the point where it went from being at its height with the original Suicide Squad to the point where it can't even anchor, a box office failure. Now you've had 2 movies that lost money with that character in it. That hurt that character's brand. So it's all about managing and making an event movie. That you can't make Shazam an event movie. Nobody cares about that character. You can't make Black Adam an event movie. And just because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's in it, okay, Tom Cruise has box office a disappointment. So just putting The Rock in it wasn't going to guarantee you anything. Nobody cared about Black Adam. All right? Nobody cared about anybody in the Suicide Squad. A movie you admittedly went forth with throwaway characters. That's literally the point of it. But so now you have a movie in The Flash that is what you should have been doing the past 7 to 9 years. So yeah, it's probably good. I wouldn't be surprised if The Flash creep near $1 billion. To be honest with you.
I would be shocked if it got to $1 billion. I will take the L gladly. I'm like, wow. And then what do you okay, what if it does get to $1 billion? What do you do then?
You, like I've been saying before, they're going to have to.
Well, I want to hear from the rest too, William. I apologize.
Wait, I have a question for William. So you think if Flash makes $1 billion, $1 billion, yeah. It's because they made it an event level movie, meaning because they pimped it so hard, like it's a Super Bowl and all that kind of thing?
No,
and because
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, or is it because it's like feature characters like the Flash and Batman together? I'm trying to understand your point.
Okay, both. It's feature characters. It's a recognizable IP, and it recognize even the Kryptonian you have, and even if it's not Superman, that Red S is very recognizable as far as that story goes, and it is built as an event level story. All right, and once you have your event level story, you can promote it like that. You can't promote any of these other goofball movies that they've made at this level. You can't. It just doesn't have it. It just doesn't have the star power. It doesn't have the major IPs. What's the last movie? What's the last DC movie that was anchored by a major DC IP? As far as DC extended and connected. It's been a while.
But could that be at fault of
Batman.
the universe not being set up?
No, that's a fault of mismanagement mid-flow.
Because, look at Marvel, where they have the Guardians, the Galaxy movies, and they do well.
Okay, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, if you take away the other 20 some odd movies, you have probably a straight to video on demand movie in Guardians of the Galaxy. That's just as much as I like the first one and the third one, second one, but without the flow of the original, managed universe, you're correct. But that movie doesn't have a chance. But
but that first one didn't have that cachet of the flow of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, it did.
It wasn't.
There was 11 movies out. There was. Was Avengers out already? Was Avengers 2012 out already?
Yeah, But nobody knew those characters.
The culmination of the biggest event that they put together, their first $1 billion movie, where they started the trajectory of a lot of $1 billion movies after that. Did it come after that?
Yeah.
Then it benefited from it. DC didn't have that. They threw that away. They never allowed themselves to build that momentum before they meddled. It's the difference between good management and bad management. It's as simple as that. You replace management, you can do a lot of good things. But,
well, I'm not going to debate with you that DC's been mismanaged. I mean, that's objectively true.
But you went with your biggest characters in Marvel, and then you brought in Guardians of the Galaxy. But you went with your biggest characters in DC and gave me Weasel and gave me, King Shark, and not knocking those characters. But if those aren't draws, you cannot put those characters in the zeitgeist until you have established your bedrock. And they never did. Marvel established their bedrock. You got everything out of those characters before they faded away.
Isn't that what James Gunn is about to do, though?
Yeah, but he doesn't have the luxury. Unfortunately, James Gunn, he does not have the luxury of the benefit of the doubt because of the mismanagement. And that's not fair. That's not fair, and that's not right. But it is what it is. He's got an uphill battle. The odds of him being successful are 60% against him, and most of that has nothing to do with him. It has to do with the brand damage, the lack of brand loyalty, and 9 years of mismanagement. And now here he comes. It's like asking your fourth or fifth pitcher to come in after your starter's already given up 11 runs. It's going to be tough. Is it doable? Yeah, but
I just don't know where we're gonna go if this gets close to $1 billion. What James gonna do with Superman Legacy starting?
All right, Hank, easy. Bring that back up. Once again, math is undefeated. Math is undefeated. Math doesn't lose to us YouTubers. Math doesn't lose to chat rooms. All right. Every job you go to, if you make a certain amount of money your first time and you make more the second time, you get moved up. You get the corner office. All right. The general public was that counterfeit money? Was that counterfeit money, that 870? Is that monopoly money?
Just because people, did people like the Transformers movies?
But see, those movies made $1 billion, and they didn't start bailing off till the quality sucked. Because if you look at the track record of the Transformers, they had a consistent record up until the last 3 movies. So you really can't. They actually, I wish DC would have handled themselves the way the Transformer universe did. That's good management.
All right.
You take your momentum until your momentum dies, and then you go into something else. They never really established their momentum.
Okay.
But like the whole general public didn't like BBS. So
they should have shown confidence and stuck in it. Then that would have helped in the long run. Yeah.
Yeah. You show, you have a spine. Don't go, just because a group of fanboys say, well, that's not my Superman. You know what? We'll see you on DVD.
Yes, Transformers is actually a good comparison because it got really bad reception, as bad as BVS for some of the movies. They just kept making them. It was making money.
Listen, fanboy logic doesn't pay for jack shit. Doesn't pay light bills. Doesn't pay gas. Doesn't pay alimony. Doesn't pay anything. Money does, and that's what the Transformer people saw. You know what? Those movies after the first one, I think they sucked. To be honest with you, but guess what? They kept pulling in money. So when you're running, you run a business, fanboy logic. You pull out your wallet, you pull out fanboy logic. That doesn't pay for nothing. Money does.
Well, there's more good news, William. I know you said you only have so much time.
I gotta go grab my food. I'll come back.
All right. So I wanted to talk about Guardians 3 box office is really healthy. I'm gonna bring up some receipts right now.
Well, I expect this. A really good movie.
Well, this is. A good movie is going to have people come up. I'm sick of the excuse. Voltaire, aren't you sick of the excuses?
Yeah, weren't they saying that it was tracking badly initially, or whatever?
Good word of mouth, good cinema score, and the combination of Rotten Tomatoes does still mean Rotten Tomatoes isn't irrelevant when you have both critics and audience on the same page. You could get something from that, So let me bring this up here.
This is why you should save the main topics for the end.
Well, all right. So Guardians 3 box office. Let me bring this up here. I'm going to clip this out too. Is doing really good still. I hope it gets to $1 billion. I don't know because no Guardians movie has made $1 billion. But look, already.
Well, I mean, look at this also. Like, we now know that James Gunn had a lot of input through the MCU movies up till he was fired. So, and now the MCU movies have not done well.
Yeah.
Since.
Well, this is a good thing. This is good for the MCU where everyone's like, "Well, superhero fatigue is there. It's there." I don't think it's there. I think it's just bad superhero movies. Look at this, Voltaire. Is that a healthy box office? 550 million all world. Wide world already.
I just feel I'd like it, but I feel like $1 billion is still a bridge too far. But I'm glad it's doing
800.
well.
I think it'll get 800 million.
But I mean,
I hope so.
now that DC has James Gunn, it's like
this is without the weekend
they have
numbers.
the gold
good
that
point.
was making MCU so great.
And they don't add the weekly internationals until Sunday, so.
Yeah, I'm expecting 600, maybe 650 million by the end of this weekend.
I'll give 657.
Yeah.
What if it gets to 700 million by next week? Woo! That's fire.
I want to see where's all the people who are saying that
this is
MCU is dead. MCU.
No, this
is this is not like those movies that people say are MCU, Bruce.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
We looked at Nebula. They turned Nebula into a man, is what they said, right?
Yep.
All right. You guys want to say this is like She-Hulk and this is like the Miss Marvel and all that? You want to say this is the same kind of thing? I'm sorry, it's not.
No. But this is a very healthy box office. This means if you do a good movie, people are going to show in that.
They did make Star-Lord like a dope.
Well, he's been a dope since day one. His character's always been kind of clownish, and they've made him more clownish as the time's gone by. But yeah,
I mean, I'm very happy. This surpassed my expectations of the box office. Okay, and then
I predicted it would be a $700 million movie.
We actually have also a. Hold on a second. Oh, there's a potential. Oh, William is back. Hey, William.
How much they pull in? 550 million so far?
Yeah.
What's the budget on that movie?
I don't know. I can look it up.
I think it's in the 220, 250 million, isn't it?
And this is as of Thursday
reported.
And Brucifer said the international comes a few days later, maybe not till to the weekend or next week.
That's the global.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see the.
Yeah, I don't think they
budget.
I don't think they update the daily international like they do domestic.
250 million is the budget. It's doubled the initial budget in how many days? Let me see the days there. Okay, here we're doing a breakdown of the Guardians 3 box office. Don't believe the hate ragers on the internet. This is really good so far. Let me bring up back Box Office Mojo and see exactly how many days there. And then I also have an article about Guardians 3. Potential spoilers. So does everyone see Guardians 3 that wanted to see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you're chat. How many people you got in the chat?
Yeah, well, it's giving everyone in the chat a heads up that there's going to be a potential spoil. I don't think it's like the worst spoiler ever, but this article is pretty good. Okay, so
it's got a China release, didn't it? Or did it get a China release?
Friday to Friday.
I believe it did.
Okay. 14 days. 14 days.
I think Fast X is going to dethrone it this weekend, though.
Well,
oh yeah, for sure.
We'll see.
Most definitely.
I want to see how it holds with Fast X, with competition in the theater.
I wonder how much it needs to make to be able to, because you got to remember there's advertising budget in there too. Because we got a lot of stuff. As a matter of fact, I wish you guys were here because I got tons of posters.
I think that IMAX scenes are really probably going to help it too. That's probably help on the box office because they look beautiful when they switch to the IMAX ratio.
Guardians are great.
Yeah,
I thought it has to make 2.5x to profit, to be in profit. So it's not
depends on what they spent on the advertising. If they spent around 125, you usually it's about 100 million on a movie like this, around 100 to 150 million. So you figure 250, so you're 400 million right there. And then you got to realize the theaters get 33% of that. And then your money, whoever financed it, they get their money back plus interest. So there's a lot of money that, usually you clear that, easily with these movies, but, because they usually, 700, 800 million easy, but.
Yeah. Well, this is the spoiler here. It pretty much says it in the title, but thank goodness. Did anyone think that he wasn't going to be around still?
Nah, fake comic book deaths. Come on, man.
I mean, but the problem is MCU sometimes gets rid of their good villains.
This one ain't going to demand the kind of money that some of the other.
Look, I didn't realize this. James Gunn reveals High Evolutionary's fate. If you look really close there, it looks like Drax is carrying him. On Twitter, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 volume writer and director James Gunn revealed how Woody Awuji's, I'm very sorry.
I can't get it right either.
High Evolutionary survived his encounter with Guardians at the end of the movie. The direct going with a surprise twist, Gunn noted that what's pointed out in the article is very much in the movie. So what happened to him next? Gunn stated, is imprisoned on nowhere. Ooh. The filmmaker explained how it was the perfect culmination of Rocket's journey. Maybe I shouldn't go further there. Well,
has your chat seen it yet? You can poll your chat.
Spoiler.
What's
I
spoiler?
It's too late.
Hold on. Oh, I still have one. That's not small. Man. It's big. It's big. Okay. But yes, it's the whole combination of Rocket's journey. His shift comes, and that he doesn't kill him. He goes from being the least empathetic to the most empathetic Guardian. It seems silly and hollow that he'd refuse to kill him and then leave him on an exploding ship. And yes, there is a deleted scene. It's really great, actually, but it's messed up. It messed up the pacing at the end. But you'll see it in the extras eventually. Cool. I'm glad because he was a really good character. I don't know where you would take him next, though. What would you do with him next if he survived? Go ahead.
Mutants.
Oh, mutants.
Throw him in the X-Men. Let him experiment with them.
Okay.
There's a cameo, and I got the guy who's in the cameo. Lloyd Kaufman.
Ooh, cool.
He did a cameo in Guardians 3. So when he was here,
that's right. That's right. Successful trauma event.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'll be honest with you. I respect trauma. I've never really watched much of it.
Oh, that's great stuff, dude. It's great. I mean, it has to be your niche, though. I mean, it's not, trust me, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. And if you are offended by certain things, then it's really not for you. It's
okay.
Because it goes.
How long have you been a trauma fan?
Since the 80s. Since Toxic Avenger.
How long have you known Lloyd Kaufman?
12.
Since you started your
store? 12, 13 years.
Cool. All
12,
right.
13 years. He used to come out here. Well, they do something. There's a team trauma. It's like a fan club. Every state has a fan club, and I knew the fan club. And then he would come out here for AVN, Adult Video Awards and stuff like that. And then he comes here and does signings.
Wait, what? What's that? I don't know what that is.
AVN. AVN Award, Adult Video Awards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then they have like it's trauma, so it fits alongside that. So
I'm just kidding.
No, but yeah, I wonder how much Guardians needs to make to be able to be considered a success. I've always wondered about that.
This is the true test this weekend to see how it holds with the. And then there's still the holiday weekend too. Like everything has the opportunity to make a little bit more money on the Memorial Day, right?
Depends on what else comes out. What else comes out, and what comes out next week.
Well, the next big movie.
Well, you have Spider-Man. You have Spider-Man across.
Yeah, that's not till June 2nd, though, right?
Yeah. What are we at? It's already the 19th.
Yeah.
we're coming up on that real quick, and then right after that, 2 weeks after that is Flash. But I don't think anything's going to stunt Flash's momentum because they're handling the movie the way they should have been handling the entire company. Finally, and it's going to be Here's the thing about this though is it presents sort of a problem if people end up loving this movie like it sounds like they will, and if they connect to Sasha Calle's Supergirl, if they connect to these characters, these versions of these characters. Now we got him coming out with a Supergirl Awards tomorrow, which I want to see actually. But what do you do as far as what direction do you go with the money that's I've always said the money that the Flash makes is right here. It's right here like this soda can is. Superman Legacy and Batman Brave and the Bold, that's maybe money way down here. You know?
Well, hold on. Let's
Batman and the Brave and the Bold, like with Robin coming back.
That's into 2025,
right?
Well.
That's what?
Isn't
that 2025? Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you split and do the true multiverse thing and make as much money out of these IPs as you can until it dries up, or do you just completely blow away what the Flash does and start? I mean, it's a legitimate question, not a statement. I'm interested to see how the Flash's box office affects business.
I don't think it does. I think they're just going to move forward with Gunn's plan. They're not going to rethink his plan and keep the same. No.
Then they need to be fired. Listen, regardless to how I feel about the potential of James Gunn's thing, some of the stuff he's doing.
You don't adapt. I think not adapting to box office.
Isn't that the problem people have with DC all along? They don't stick to what they have planned out.
No, they have no consistency as far as that. They don't pay attention to the money. If the Flash makes good money and there is a draw to an appeal to those characters, math is undefeated. All right, that math needs to win. If you go against that math, and like I said, money, guaranteed money right here versus maybe Superman Legacy, maybe. I'm not saying don't do those. But I'm saying you have to address the elephant in the room, which could be $1 billion elephant. You may have to go different directions, and the whole, it'll be confusing to the fans. Yeah, if your fans are morons, they'll be confused, but your fans aren't morons. And hopefully you have people, not to the extent that you guys are thinking there are, but it's just, I don't think you can, when you're a company that's in that much debt and been brutalized by AT&T, you're still trying to find $3 billion somewhere. You're making all these cuts, and now you have something that is that's full of recognizable IPs that makes money and has appeal.
Well, what if Hank? Though, what if Gunn doesn't? That's not who he envisioned for Woman of Tomorrow. I don't know.
Exactly. He may not have.
Well, we don't know how the Flash is going to end. It could
that's what I'm saying. Well, that's
coming
true too.
to a different Earth with all these characters that Gunn are bringing to the DCU. You know,
which would be cool. I think, to be honest with you, if I would like to have all the cake you needed too. If I like the Flash and make a connection with those characters,
I like cake and
pie.
Yeah,
or pie
together. Oh,
but
how do we know
that joke? But no,
how do we know that their plan isn't a crisis movie at the end of the day?
We don't, because they already said that it was he already gave the slate. That wasn't in the slate.
How he gets there is a different story, and that may not all be guaranteed. That's just what like I said, I wouldn't mind if the powers that be reacted to math.
Well,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Here's what I think could happen if the Flash gets to $1 billion. Everyone's going to be tagging James Gunn. Bring back Muschietti. Bring back Muschietti. That's
what you should do anyway.
Yeah.
You should probably do anyway.
Yeah, fast track Muschietti's next project. Not even Gunn's. I'm sorry, James Gunn hasn't got to $1 billion yet.
But everyone's been crying that there's no Superman movie. There's no Superman movie. You need a Superman movie right away.
No, I'm not. I'm saying they'll make Superman Legacy. Obviously,
well, that's as fast as they're going to get.
You've made choices that you can't go back on now. You go with it.
You had a Superman,
but fast track. If Muschietti's not in the slate yet, get him in the slate.
Oh, we don't know who's directing what yet.
What do you want to do, Muschietti?
He's directing Superman. So.
Over 50% under sell to Netflix.
No, they don't. They
I'm not bringing up that right now.
No,
I want to hear Voltaire. What do you think would happen? What do you think they should do if the Flash keeps these projections and then doesn't have a big second weekend drop, gets close to $1 billion? Don't you think James Gunn should adapt? They should adapt with their planning to what would you do, Money Man, Voltaire?
I would proceed with a complete reboot.
You would still go with not even.
I don't care what these movies do this year.
You don't. Okay, all right.
I don't think
whoever
that they
makes that
can.
decision
I think,
should be.
Yeah. Okay.
Running a
all
yard
right.
sale.
I don't think they can get back in business with Ezra Miller. Personally, I don't think that they want to. I think they're going to.
Even if it gets to $1 billion, you think?
Why?
Do you not?
Why couldn't they get
Ezra?
back in business? Listen, the 2% of us that actually care about what he's done.
That's
The
his
general
opinion,
audience
though,
doesn't care. I told you guys about this. The general audience does not give a flying rat's
No,
ass
they don't care
about-
about that. But the executives might care that he might do something again.
No, the executives care about money. Executives care about money. Executives
Right,
are
and if he
greedy.
does something again, and something gets stalled, or like people are crapping their pants about what's going on with
When's the last
Loki
time
and
he's even done
Jonathan
anything?
Majors.
Jonathan Majors was the wrong time at the wrong guy at the right time. Just like Downey. Downey's in a jumpsuit. Guess what? He's making $20 million a film. All right, money. Listen, all these reasonings collapse in the face of cash. It's like
I agree,
Mike
but I'm
Tyson
not
at the prime.
investing. I'm not making $300 million movies with a guy who has a record of doing sporadic or erratic weirdo things.
Then half of Hollywood is done. Then we can get rid of half of
Come on,
Hollywood.
not to
then.
this level.
You know, and like I said, what your audience, if you're selling something to somebody, you got to worry about, does your audience care about those transgressions to the point where they won't hold their money up? That's when you start caring, because guess what? It's a business. Your stockholders don't care about how you feel about Ezra Miller. They do not give a fuck.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Do you think that this? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, this athletes that's been accused of rape and still playing, and fans still cheer them on.
Deshaun Foster.
They don't care.
Yes, Deshaun Foster. $230
Deshaun Watson, you
million
mean?
with 21. Yeah, just Deshaun. I'm sorry. 21 rape allegations and one pending. Those Cleveland fans cheered the hell out of him in the snow. Fans, listen, audience members, consumers don't have to care about what
He was
these
never
people do.
charged
They're
with
connected.
anything criminally.
Oh,
Whatever. We can get into that.
Oh, Ezra's only been charged with stealing a bottle of wine. That's the only thing he's been charged with.
Is it in Warner Brothers' best interest to bring back Snyder?
No one's talking about Snyder.
Not necessarily.
So wait,
it's
you're saying that
it's in Warner Brothers' best interest. It's just to finish what they started, regardless of who finishes it. Because guess what? You want new money from people, and they've seen what you did with the old money. So you have to bridge that gap to the point where they can trust you. You know, and that's where I think the Flash comes in, because I think the Flash is going to make a connection with people.
Well,
and
Anthony
I think
Ezra hasn't impacted the projections. He hasn't impacted the
back in the day, he's
projections.
not that.
Well, okay, let me ask you a question. Yeah, okay. So if the movie, based on what you've seen of Ezra Miller's Flash, forget about the stuff about his controversies and all that. If this movie makes $1 billion, which I don't think it's going to, but if it does, do you think it's because of Ezra Miller's performance, or it's because the story was done well and all that kind of thing?
I think it's going to be a collection of all the above.
Whoa, Todd Fair.
Damn.
Wow. Damn. Todd Fair dropping it like it's hot. Thank you, Todd. Max, 2 questions. Thank you, Todd. We will examine your 2 questions very thoroughly. We'll actually do a Todd Fair clip out. 58 minutes in. Okay. Max, 2 questions. First, do you think that in Gunn's Superman film, if Lois Lane does not know that Clark is Superman for the whole movie, do you think that will help or hurt the movie? Good question, because I'm trying to think back to the Christopher Reeves. Did she find out in the first movie? I can't remember. I haven't seen it in so long.
Superman 2.
She found
Superman 2.
Superman 2.
Superman 2.
Oh,
I kind of would like, now that, listen, I love Man of Steel, Todd, but I kind of would like, if they are going to go back to a different type of Superman, that maybe you don't tell Lois right away. Maybe you keep, I know it might be silly and a little cheesy. Like, how does Lois not know? Glasses. Oh, I'm Clark, I'm Superman. I'm Clark. I'm Superman. I'm Clark, But I don't think it's going to hurt the movie.
That's the problem I have with a lot of comic book shows and movies. everyone in the show and movie does not need to know the secret identity of the superhero. It's ridiculous. They don't need a Scooby Gang for everything.
You know what, Todd? It's actually been the Iron Man effect. Since Iron Man was so successful, they let everyone know too fast.
Excellent point. Really good point.
And I love the Iron Man, but since that movie was so popular, because they never used to do that before Iron Man. Now everyone knows everything right away. So I kind of would like them to go back to what?
Spider-Man. Everyone knew who Spider-Man was.
Wasn't Tom Holland's that she found out the first movie?
No,
too?
I mean Toby. Like everyone knew who Toby was.
Who? What? No,
the first Spider-Man.
Yeah, when he's talking about when he's
Green
on
Goblin,
the train.
Doc Ock.
Yeah,
and his mask is off.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying I would. That's a good suggestion, Todd. I actually would prefer if James Gunn kept Lois out of the dark and then build them a relationship and their romance without knowing that he's Superman. I think that would make it a stronger relationship. I don't think it has any impact on the box office whatsoever, though, right? I think regardless if he decides to do that or not, I don't think it's going to impact the box.
I think it makes for better storytelling and more relatable to the character.
And two, do you think there'll be multiple turkeys in Rebel Moon?
Space turkeys.
I hope so.
Dude, that damn
I really hope so.
They are going. I still have the turkey, Todd. I still have the turkey.
That turkey caused World War III and IV.
Is that the turkey behind you, Max? It is the turkey, sir.
That was the most ridiculous thing, man.
Final crisis.
I think it meant something, William.
But the people screaming at each other for that week and a half about that damn turkey.
I think it would be amazing.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Todd, I think it would be amazing if all the rebels on the moon gathered together for a Thanksgiving turkey in the middle of the movie. I think that would be amazing. They have to have enough space turkeys.
Is that when Cavill comes out holding the turkey?
That would be great.
I really would like to see him
So
get
thank you so much, Todd, for the support. You really made my week.
I was really surprised that he was not in the cast of Rebel Moon.
I think it was probably a schedule conflict. He is sought after, and plus more money. He'd probably want that budget because he'd be the highest paid guy on there, wouldn't he? At this point in his prime.
Yeah.
I always thought that the back to the Lois thing, the Lois thinking like treating Clark Kent like he's an idiot, and then creaming all over Superman. I always thought that made her.
What?
There goes your G rating, Max.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, dreaming all over Superman is what I said. Dreaming about treating.
Well, that was part of his alter ego. It was being a buffoon.
Yeah.
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 Getting beat up by truck drivers.
Did you ever notice this?
Boy, Superman 2 is a good movie. Wow.
Did you ever notice this?
Oh my God, CJH.
What are you looking in his dreamy eyes so long for? Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that's supposed to do that. All right.
Oh, someone pointed out.
Remember when
Crazy Joe? I remember that guy.
Yeah, Crazy Joe, get on here, Crazy Joe. Yeah, the turkey was a little on the dark side.
Ha!
That was my joke back in the day. People thought I was crazy because I thought it meant something. You know what, William? I still think it meant something. I think it just fell through. I think that was when they were talking to Pam Abdi and Mike DeLuca, and they were like,
who, by the way, should have stayed in control of.
Well, they didn't.
Films.
They didn't. But I think this is when they were talking to them when they got the okay to do Full Circle, and I think it could have meant something. It just it fell through. Everyone's saying no, Max.
Poor management strikes again and again and again.
Okay. Sometimes a turkey is just a turkey, but it literally was not just a turkey. What's by the turkey?
Dude?
Because it's not just a turkey.
Not for nothing. It goes to show you that.
And there's some scripts there. That's not just a turkey.
I'm just saying, who's going to eat that burnt turkey? It looks kind of burnt to me.
Somebody tore it up.
Oh, do you like? I love crispy turkey skin.
Yeah, I don't like the.
The clues are there. It's literally not just a turkey.
Oh, come on. I mean, he didn't take that picture by accident with that crap in the background.
Right.
Come on.
Some things fall through. I think it could have meant something. He was teasing because they were planning to do something again. Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi were going to do something. but it didn't happen. But it didn't happen again.
Where's my tinfoil hat?
It's not. You can make fun of me all you want. I don't
Dr.
care.
Doom, man. That's worse.
I don't care. I'll never be able to prove it, but I think it meant something at the time. And
Hey, maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen someday. You never
I don't know. Uh-oh. This is. Hey, do you like Mortal Kombat, William?
No, not at all.
Okay. We'll
Sorry.
see you later, I guess. No,
all right. Well, wait.
No,
I gotta go.
no,
I had no plans on jumping on.
I was gonna talk
the
about
BBS
Mortal
money
Kombat.
thing is just insane. So.
Yeah, well, thank you. Remember, we have your appreciation stream tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I believe.
That just means there's a bunch of people that can come on and bash me. But I can take it.
Oh, we could do that. We could do it. We could do
It's gonna happen.
William prefers to do the first roast stream instead of appreciation. Okay.
Yeah.
Get your old jokes ready. Oh.
It's not going to be that kind of scenario.
Oh, sorry.
Set up.
Whoops.
Yeah,
it's 10 p.m. Eastern. Whoops.
Yeah,
okay.
I go on right after that on our overnighter. So.
Okay.
So I got thick skin. I'm all right.
Can you guys roast them like that turkey in the background?
Dude, your chat roasts me all the time.
Okay.
Really?
Oh, not today. They're actually nice today.
Oh, we have a nice chat going.
Yeah, I used to come in. Your chat was like that. They had spears and knives out, man.
Well, you know what? Well, William, we want to support you too. So if you want to, whenever you're available, you hop in and we'll do a handoff to your show. You know, we'll try to do that.
All right, well, we might just go from that right into the other one because I'm doing open ad tomorrow. So, all right, guys. Any of you guys want to come out to Vegas and come into the Flash? Let me know.
Oh, well, I would love to. I can't make it though. William, we could do multi-stream on your channel too on the lounge tomorrow. The whole thing.
Okay, cool. We'll get together and with Guy Ray is putting it together, and then I will see
a
you
big
guys
party tomorrow night. Big party,
Vegas style. All right, guys.
All right, take care, man. Wow, pretty. This is a exciting night. I'm having a lot of fun tonight. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate the support. There's a great question from Todd. I didn't even think about that. I even think about if Lois is going to know. And I'm like, now that I thought about it, what does Brian always say? Don't let your expectations ruin. I kind of want, that would get me kind of excited for New Superman again to see Lois not know who Clark really is, you know.
Well,
I hope they get Lois right this time.
Well, recently in the comic books, because everyone in the world knew who Superman was, they just made everyone forget who Superman was Clark Kent. So maybe they'll go into Legacy.
Watch Superman Lois. That version of Lois fell in love, and Clark Kent dating him with the work. Clark told Lois he's Superman. Yeah, I want to watch Lois and Clark, and I want it to continue. I hope it does.
Well, Lois from Lois and Clark. I mean, Superman and Lois is probably the best Lois I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I think Anthony's right. Have they really gotten Lois right? I mean, since Christopher Reeves in the original Superman movies.
Smallville Lois was okay. Lex was great in Smallville. I loved Lex in Smallville.
Yeah, Lex Smallville was good. Yeah, for sure he was.
I'm trying to think the other Loises. I don't know.
Yeah,
I like Amy Adams. I like Amy. Grace was throwing shade on Amy.
She's right too. I don't think Amy Adams brought much to the character. She just always looked like, oh, what? Like she just always looked like she was in pain or sad. You know, Lois is a more dynamic woman. You know, I feel like she is anyway.
You know, that was one of the things that I really didn't like about Man of Steel. The whole finding out his secret identity, that he was Superman even before they met. It's just, I mean, before they fell in love. I mean, it's just like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was just weird.
I
love Amy Adams, though. I don't know, you know. Okay, so
she's a fine actress. I don't think she was good as Lois. That's all.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. You're not hurting my feelings. I'm not Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Mortal Kombat 2.
Grace.
Oh man, I'm getting so hyped for Mortal Kombat.
I love her. She's such a great actress.
Oh, really?
She's very attractive. I saw the picture of her. Who is she?
If you haven't seen it, watch the series on Netflix, Sabrina.
Mm-hmm.
She's so good in it.
Yeah, and we haven't had Jade in the movie yet, right? I don't think. I can't remember. I have a bad memory, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't think she's been in the movie. I've seen her before. She really great eyes because if you have the mask, very striking, including
The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix.
Okay, let me bring up the Twitter.
I tried to watch
actually,
that. I thought it was
I actually retweeted Sil.
Wait,
Sil
even with the
Abdul.
sex orgies?
Oh, see, I didn't get that far into it.
Exactly.
What?
They were eating a baby in that show.
Aren't they high school students?
They're witches. It's witches.
All right, fair. Okay, I didn't know it went like that. I thought it was
when they turned 16, witches they signed their name in the book of hell, and they had to please Satan in front of everyone. But Sabrina decided not to. She didn't want to.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
Which she found out later they found out later that was her father. So
This is the
Well, I
picture.
don't like it anymore.
This is the picture Sil decided to retweet. I wonder why. And I said, "Wow! Apparently, this is the new Jade." There you go. Very striking woman. Yes,
she's such a great actress.
I can't wait to see both Mortal Kombat the video game, Mortal Kombat the movie, and I want a series. Don't we want a series? Don't we want a Mortal Kombat series now?
No.
Why?
Let Mortal Kombat come out every few years. You don't need a show based on Mortal Kombat. That's not going to tie into anything.
What's that?
I want to demand a series.
You know
Rhea,
you know the budget for a Mortal Kombat series?
What?
You know how much the budget would be for a Mortal Kombat series?
Good,
with all
let
special
HBO
effects?
do it. The Mac or let Max do it. Yeah. I want to go deep in the lore and
how deep you want to go in the lore?
Real deep. I want to go
lore.
I listen. I'm all for the movies, Ray, especially if they get Carl Urban and this Jade Cactus. But I would love. I think series. I prefer series a lot of times because you could go deeper into the characters. You get deeper storytelling. They try more things in a series to me than a movie. I really wish that it would spin off, or Mortal Kombat 2 movie would spin off into a series. And the actors that they're getting, besides Carl Urban, are not so big name actors that they could probably justify the cost. The Mortal Kombat movie was not that big a budget. Let me see what the last Mortal Kombat budget was. Mortal Kombat.
That movie didn't seem very high budget.
Yeah, it would be perfect for a series on Max. And especially if Mortal Kombat 1 now really gets high sales. Mortal Kombat 11 is the best-selling Mortal Kombat ever. It's in thanks to the season passes. Budget $55 million. Was that for the 2021 budget? Hold on. 2021 budget. Yeah, $55 million.
What was the budget for the game now?
I don't know about the game. The game's pretty extensive there.
That's what I mean.
Let me bring this up. Okay. Here's the budget for Mortal Kombat, just to tell everyone that. See, the movie was $55 million. That's chump change.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Yeah, but it made $84 million.
Yeah, but that was on streaming real quick, wasn't it? That was on HBO.
They did that day and date though, too. Yeah.
That was a pandemic film.
Mm-hmm. It surpassed the expectations for that project. That's why you're getting a sequel so quickly.
Fun movie. It wasn't a bad movie.
I like Kano in it.
It was all right.
Yeah. It was for what it was.
Degrassi says Urban would be slumming it in an MK movie.
Facts.
He's a legit actor. I mean,
Chump change.
He's so damn good on that boy show, though. I mean, geez.
Yeah.
He'd be great as like Sabretooth or something.
I don't know. He probably is going to be Johnny Cage now, and he's in The Boys, and He said he also wants to bring back Dredd, so who knows?
You know, I haven't seen that Dredd remake. I boycotted it, but I really got to watch it.
You boycotted it?
Yeah, because I love the first movie so much, and Sylvester Stallone. But I know everybody says it's good. I know everybody. I know. I'm well aware of your feelings, brother.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, but I know people keep talking it up, so I do have to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Carl Urban, so
I highly recommend it. Very good movie. Okay, so we also have. We don't have too many stories tonight. We're at an hour or over an hour. CGH is playing Hogwarts.
I like watching that CGH.
Yeah.
It's very relaxing.
It's really smooth. You got to tell me how you're doing that because I'm not doing things right. All right. So he's going to tell us right now.
Maybe I should stream this at some point.
Yeah, okay. I'd like that. I'd watch.
All right. Yeah. So this kind of shocked me. This next story here. I was like, what? How come I didn't hear about this? How come I didn't hear about this shelved project? It's not just Batgirl.
Uh-oh, shelved.
Yes, Disney shelved it.
Really?
Disney shelved the project once they took over Fox. And I want to see this bad now.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now, but go ahead.
Yeah. Alien versus Predator anime series.
Yeah.
10 episodes are complete and sitting in the Disney Vault.
What?
Yes.
Oh, I need this.
Why?
Well,
I like those movies. I don't care what anyone says. Those are good, like popcorn films. Like those are just fun movies.
Mm-hmm.
But the series would go nowhere. So what's the point of watching it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you have it done, do a preface. This is a Vault Disney release, a Vault release of a project that we decide not to continue, and then people will say restore.
Why would they shelve it though? Was it too violent or something?
Well, let me see.
Probably was bad.
Back in the early
that's never stopped Disney before.
Back in early 2020, we heard mention of an Alien vs. Predator anime series that had been made for the 20th Century Fox Disney merger and never released. Now the folks at Perfect Organism Podcast have scored an interview with Joshua Izzo, who made Alien Day an official event while working at Fox. During the interview, Izzo confirmed that Alien vs. Predator anime series was produced, all 10 episodes were completed, and now they're just sitting on a shelf that is now inside Disney's vault for years.
Huh.
One thing that did not happen during the Alien Day in 2016 was there is sitting at Disney now at 20th Studios 10 episodes of fully completed Alien vs. Predator anime series that I produced. It's done. It's in the can. It's mixed. It's finished. Wow, you don't even have to restore it. It's just ready. This is what they said. The straw man that they used for the Snyder Cut. You could just put it on a shelf. You could just pull it from the shelf and release it. It's actually this. This isn't even Batgirl. They say it's mixed and everything. Huh. It was produced and story cracked by Eric Calderon and Dave Baker. Two unbelievably crazy.
Wait, they're calling this an anime?
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
And it wasn't made in Japan?
Uh-oh. They get to cancel him because he said that? Okay.
It's cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Wait.
No, I just don't see anyone making good anime that's not from
that
Japan.
style of art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there?
What did you? Sorry, go ahead.
Star Wars thing that they made as well. That was by the Robot Chicken people.
I don't know. Oh yeah. Robot Chicken Star Wars thing that was canceled. I don't know if it was completed though. I don't know if it was completed.
Their previous works on that was really good, so I would like to see that. Brewster, did you see what's that Amazon Prime show? Deus Machina or X? What's it called?
Ex Machina.
Yeah, did you watch? That's anime style American.
No, I didn't like it.
I love that show.
I couldn't get past the first episode.
Oh, really? I really enjoy that show.
Watcher, you better not be joking, man. You better not be joking.
That he's got a bomb and a fire thing next to it, so that means it's true.
Kratos has been in Mortal Kombat before, Mortal Kombat 9, and if they do, where are you getting this from, Watcher? I'm completely off topic now because I'm so excited. But you better not just be blowing smoke. I'm gonna get mad at you.
We want 3 sources.
Oh, he says that's the scoop. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Watcher. Okay.
Vox Machina.
Yeah, Vox Machina. There you go.
All right. So let me read the rest of this. This is very exciting.
Why?
Because they don't have. If you're gonna ask for them to do something with it, it's a lot easier if it's complete.
Bruce, you didn't like that first film?
Of what?
Alien vs. Predator?
I like the films.
Okay.
I just don't want to see it in anime.
You don't like the art style.
Does it hurt you if it's released? It doesn't.
Yes, it does. It will hurt
you.
It will hurt my heart.
I wonder why they did it in anime style art, though. Is that to make it violent? Is that why Disney turned it away? Why would they use anime style art? That turns off some people, some Americans, anyway.
All right. Well, let's see what else he has to say. So we're setting up Alien and start to lay pieces in place. I went to the head of our division. His name was Jeffrey Godsick. He ran consumer products at the time. And I said, hey, listen, I want to pitch this idea of a direct-to-DVD Alien and or Alien Predator and or Predator animation that we, the consumer product division, can sell against. Let us be the
Is it animation or anime?
I don't. Either way, I want it.
Well, it makes a difference, really.
It really does make a difference.
Let us be the masters of our own destiny rather than waiting for theatrical whenever a movie decides to come out. Because of this time, Covenant was still nascent and the Predator had not developed yet. So the brands weren't doing anything at the moment. It was still open season for our sci-fi brands. So he was like, yeah, it's a great idea. So I went to Home Entertainment to the woman who was in charge of marketing. Her name was Rio Cyrus, an absolute genius.
Probably got fired. Go ahead.
And to head of production, Dave Bixler. I pitched and I said, we own nearly 30 years of comic book content of Alien vs. Predator and AVP. No rights, no strings. Dark Horse did an amazing job, but it's Circle C 20th Century Fox. It's ours to do as we please. Why don't we adapt original Alien vs. Predator comic book series with Machiko and Broken Tusk? Let's just do that. Here's your storyboard. Here, it's done. It's finished. Like that, just take this and go make that into an animated movie. Then he's really given a whole spill.
Yeah, he really is.
Then we could use it as a springboard for consumer products. But the director who brought on board said, this is cool and I'm down. He happened to be a really good director. He had worked on Halo Peace, Halo Legends. So he'd done that. But he also did the Captain Harlock movie. It was beautiful. He goes, I have another idea. Can I do my own thing? Okay, I might as well read the whole thing now. He pitches us a whole new story and a brand new story, and myself as kind of the keeper of the canon. Plus, we bring in Dave Baker and Eric Calderon. We bring them in as Western animation consultants and producers. There you go. We all sit down and we craft a story and we crack the idea. We find a place within our established canon. I put it way deep future, post Alien versus Predator, post Alien 4. It's deep future stuff. Cool. Where we said, this won't compete with anything that's happening in our core timeline. So if you ever want to do another movie or tell any of the stories on Earth, we're all square. It won't overlap. See, that's another benefit of asking for it to be released. It's not going to interfere with what they're doing now. Nothing will happen. Finally, we all came to an agreement. We greenlight it and we go. We're making 10 episodes. It was going to be released as 3 direct-to-DVD and or streaming movies here in the West. 10 episodes on Japan television. And then it was never released at all.
So it is anime.
All
right. Well, that's interesting. I mean, they've already disavowed this universe, but I've read I'm not an expert in the comics for Alien versus Predator, but the ones I have seen are pretty good stories, actually. So,
listen to some of these. Listen to some of these predators. One is a cyborg and has a fully cybernetic arm and a cybernetic mandible. It's super rad. We called one Bone because all his weapons were made out of giant tusks. Ooh. Come on, Disney.
You find that exciting?
Yes. Why not?
I mean, look, this is a company that's taking stuff down off of their platform. I mean, how come they're not putting something like that?
If it's ready, there's no excuse for this to me. Like Disney Plus is removing stuff. Like you know,
well, they're removing stuff people don't watch.
You do this for an Alien anniversary. You know, the next Alien anniversary that comes up, like, hey,
You
we
know-
have
you know what I don't get. So
What?
they're taking off all these things off Disney Plus. Then make physical media.
They
Please.
are probably
We
going to
need
do
physical
that.
media.
Well, they're probably gonna more likely
All right,
the
let me
first step will to be license it out to other streamers or cable. Go ahead, Brucifer.
Let me ask you the panel a question. Has anyone ever watched Turner and Hooch on Disney Plus?
No.
Yes.
You have.
I
Really?
didn't finish it. It wasn't that
And I
good.
haven't watched Willow, although I wanted to give it a try. But how does it save the money taking it down? Bandwidth? What are they looking
Well, because even though it doesn't make a lot of money, they still have little residuals in the fine print. So why pay anything at all if it's not getting people to subscribe because the content's so good, it's just baggage that you have to pay nickel and dimes to people that it's not really helping grow your platform. It's just there.
How bad is Willow? My gosh, if it's
Well,
been
I
up
mean,
for
that-
what, 3 months?
That's what all these streamers have found out. If all these, and this is actually what the writer strike is, it's not going to get any better. You think the writer strike? Listen, if the writer strike's done, if the writer strike is done, and they resolve this, do you think it's going to help things stay on the platform longer when they have to pay more and they have bigger agreements? No, it's going to make this situation worse of them removing product from the streaming services after the writer strike.
Well, Netflix takes off content constantly and puts new content on.
But not their original content. That stays up forever.
Well, that's
Except
not going to
for
be the case
Daredevil.
anymore. That's not going to be the case anymore, because you still have to pay these small residuals to all the creatives.
Interesting.
So if it's not something that's on your platform, like a Netflix original, Disney Plus original, Max original, that actively grows your brand, like it's like a
yeah
extremely relevant, then
At some point
it just nickels and dimes you with the residuals.
It becomes more cost effective to take it off like Willow.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
You know, I think Zaslav was very smart in taking a lot of these shows off. He was ahead of the curve.
But he created
And
the
now,
right.
can I finish my point, please? Thank you.
Sure. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Come on now.
I'm all wound up. I'm on Mountain Dew.
But
I see
but they
that.
need,
You know,
what they
and
need to do? Either the physical media or do what Amazon does.
Let Brucifer
and
finish, CGH. Okay. Yes.
Be able to buy the digital downloads.
All right.
they're
All right,
licensing out their shows that they took off HBO Max. You can watch all the Justice League on Netflix now. You know, how much money is HBO making by having Justice League and Justice League Unlimited on Netflix instead of it just sitting on their own platform?
Right. And as far as we know, I mean, I don't know the nitty gritty, but maybe Netflix has to pay the residuals to those creatives because they're licensed. I don't know how that works. I'm just assuming, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense. But
Or
yeah,
the money that Netflix is paying them to put it on there, whatever, it makes up for it.
But let's be real. Voltaire and the Brucifer and the CGH. What do you think? What's your predictions after the writer strike's resolved? Are they going to let things sit dormant there if it's not actively promoting new subscribers? If there's a project and they're like, you're not getting any growth to your platform for having it on, it's only nickel and diming you with residuals. It's just sitting there. I think it's going to be even worse after the writer strike.
You make a really good point. Yeah. Because you think that you beat these big corporations, like, haha, we get our rights money. They'll say, well, screw it. It's not worth it for us to keep it up there. Let's take it off. I think you're right.
If something's not high quality or good viewership that's not actively growing your streaming platform, it's baggage. And you're just getting nickeled and dimed.
Yeah.
And that is what they're striking about, because you don't have the commercials that you had in syndication on television. You don't have 20 episode seasons. You have 8. There's less residuals, less upfront. I don't know how the situation is going to get resolved is my thing. I think it's just going to get, I don't know what they're going to do. It's going to get worse because.
Well, it's the old, remember like what is it, like 10 years ago now, 8 years ago now? You know, the Twinkies, when Twinkies were still an American company, Hostess, they said, look.
Wait, are you talking about Twinks or Twinkies?
No, just Twinkies this time.
Okay, just making sure.
Hostess cupcakes and Twinkies.
Wow, you're count down to Pride Month already. Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? You know, Hostess. Told
I got my flag ready.
They told when the workers started striking, they said, "Hey, we get it. You want more money, but if we give you your demands, we're not going to be able to stay in business." Strikers said, "Screw it, we're going on strike." They got their demands, and what happened to Hostess Twinkies? Went out of business, bought by a Mexican company. So, I mean, these things have knock-on effects, and if they pay up, it doesn't become cost effective at some point. This is one of the effects of it. That's really interesting, actually.
Well, when you have CEOs making billions of dollars every few years, and writers have to share a measly 25,000 between
you know what?
five people.
I think the ad tier is going to help with these shows. Here's my solution to this whole thing. Make some shows only view. Well, you can't do that if you're charging the premium, but I'd have some shows only viewable through the ad tier, so the ads pay for the residuals, and then they don't get deleted off the service.
There'll be too much pushback for that.
Yeah. No, I know, but that's you see where I'm thinking though, Bruce, for Voltaire. Like,
yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Instead of removing them, have them for have the ad tier just like a completely different service. I would do
so
and have more.
Hulu's kind of tried this thing with the ad tier, and I tried Hulu on the ad tier, and it was intolerable. Like I couldn't watch it. You know what I mean? But I wonder how many people tolerate Hulu with ads. So
well, I tolerated Peacock with ads for a while because it wasn't mine.
Well, I mean that would
that's a little different.
These ads will help pay. These ads will help pay for the issue with removing in these writers and these entertainers.
Once again, The Simpsons predicted it. Homer,
I mean, but Degrassi, I'm not an expert. This is just me spitballing of what I would do, like where I would go with this. I think a lot of these services, they're all talking about ad tiers, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're not directly using ad residuals to pay or ad revenue to pay residuals, but it adds to the pot from which they pay residuals, you know. Certainly. But yeah, I pay not to have ads. Like I'm like you, Degrassi. I would not want ads. Like I would never agree to. I would not watch HBO. I can't handle it.
See what I would do? I would do two separate services, one called Max and one called something else. That's just, and that way you have different things on each.
No, that's too confusing for people.
I don't think that way you don't have
you
to
met the average consumer?
Something gets removed from Max. It's not doing well. It's not high quality. Put it on the ad tier, and then it's still somewhere.
Yeah, but if something's not performing well, what makes you think people want to pay?
Well, yeah, I guess
get ads and watch some crappy show that got canceled.
Put it on Tubi, I guess. Yeah.
Interesting. Fascinating. It's a whole new world. Same with like the dispute we were having with William a couple. Yeah, right. Like we were having with William a couple of weeks ago, where like, is the future going to be these streaming services like Max having a whole bunch of different stuff to get people in, and now Hulu and Disney are joining, which they already are in the UK. You know, so it's they still don't know how to handle all this stuff, and we're seeing it in real time.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. They'll figure it out.
Surprisingly, I'm more okay with Pluto and Tubi ads than Hulu. I think it's the perception of me still paying for Hulu,
right,
versus the form of being virtually free, minus the data collection selling, of course.
Correct.
Yeah, I got to put Pluto and Tubi on my dad's Roku TV because my mother's getting rid of cable, and that's an easy way for him to watch a lot of content.
One thing I've never understood is why Disney doesn't take some of their big hits and throw it on ABC on a Sunday night.
They did. They started to, not their big hits, but they started with Andor and Mandalorian. I think they started put it in on some of their channels.
Throw up Little Mermaid on a Sunday night.
Yeah, it seems like a no-brainer. He's right.
And people will buy ads.
I mean, like they have to do it well after it's been released on Disney Plus.
No, I'm talking about the animated, like all the animated movies, like they used to do on Sundays.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
What they're doing, what
Or sell to
Amazon does,
TNT.
and have the option to buy the digital copies.
Wait, doesn't WB own TNT?
Well, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the digital copy, if you just buy it without the physical disc, though, CJ, wouldn't it just be VOD? Ugh. You all right?
Yeah, sorry about that.
But isn't it just VOD, though? CJH?
VOD isn't available everywhere.
What?
They have to have it in Canada. I don't know if you're looking the right place, man.
No.
I mean, come on. It's a quasi-socialist state. They don't have hardly anything.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, let's go to the next article here. Oh man, it's 1 a.m. Oh, all right.
It just came on.
I know. Bambi.
Oh wow, what a topic.
Bambi, the next horror movie. The next thing going in the public domain. That they had Winnie the Pooh. They had, what else did they have, Brucifer? I can't remember.
For what?
These horror movie. These
how they made the Winnie the Pooh horror. Did anyone watch that?
Blood and Honey. They're making a part 2.
Oh, okay. It was successful then. Okay.
No, it wasn't.
Bambi: The Reckoning.
It just was really cheap to make.
Okay.
It was like $15.
Bambi: The Reckoning horror film. Look, these people are making big bank.
I don't think so.
You don't think?
No.
On VOD and stuff? The movies don't cost anything to make.
Yeah.
People are just checking it out just because of the premise. Not that it's going to be good.
Bambi: The Reckoning.
Look, you put two weird
This is
things there,
terrifying.
and you put her in a hot tub. Yeah, that's getting easy money.
I've seen guys walk around look like that in a normal day. Jeez.
Sure. That's a Saturday night for Brucifer.
The Reckoning horror film secures distribution in multiple territories. The horror film Bambi: The Reckoning, from the makers of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, has secured distribution. Let me see. Plot details are kept under wraps. What is Bambi's mother going to come back alive and walking dead deer? I don't know. Are you just seeing a horror take on the Bambi story? Like, I don't know how they're going to do this one.
The baby gets killed and the mother goes out, and just like it's going to be like a Friday the 13th type story.
It's like I'm trying to think of Cocaine Bear. I don't know.
Bambi's doing meth in the woods.
Thumper. And what was the other?
That's why he's thumping. He's high on meth.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. Really, this news just makes me wish Kevin Smith and someone perhaps lying it would get rolling on Moose Jaws? Jaws with a moose?
What?
I don't know. This is weird stuff. I don't know how they're going to do this one, though. Bambi. On low budget? It's going to be kind of like that scene. Remember Tommy Boy? Where they hit a deer on the highway and they like, oh, poor deer. They put it in the car. And all of a sudden, it like starts breaking through. That's kind of like that's the closest I have for.
I think
Max is in the pitch meeting. There you go.
Yeah, Revenge of Roku.
I think the title should have been Bambi. That bitch deserved it.
Yeah.
Well,
what?
Don't refer to ladies like that, please.
Don't talk about the deer.
Okay,
it's an animal.
I feel bad for deer.
Darcipio's got it. A horror Dumbo flick. That would be amazing. My God, you've seen those that footage of elephants losing their minds,
going crazy on the circus. Wow.
Stomping a few clowns.
We love it. Do we have enough talent here to put this together right now? I'm going to contact Little Movie Perp. Cross the picket lines to make a Dumbo horror movie.
I'll be in charge of casting.
Okay.
Yeah, let's have a segment on this show one of these days where we call it Made Up Movie, where the chat can just give us a basic concept and we come up with the plot for it. People would love it.
They all have to be horror movies, and they would do
Well,
good.
they could be.
They could be, yeah. But Batman hits the public domain. I don't know how that part works. I don't know.
It's they still have the rights. It doesn't matter if
it
it's
what
domain or
is,
not.
it's original Batman.
No one's gonna be
so
able to
you
make a
can't
Batman
use-
movie.
You can't use Joker. You can't use. You pretty much can't use any of the Batman characters except for Batman.
CJH, is that a beaver walking around you there on the
That's
game?
a Niffler. or no, never mind. It's a Pilfer.
Kill it.
No, I'm feeding it.
He's taming it. A Niffler. Okay. Here's some image from the Flash movie. I might as well share this real quick. It's there. There's not much to it. Here we go. We've seen this before, but that's a clearer image. What do you think of that? Of the two berries? How does the suit
look that great to me?
It doesn't look good. Okay.
You know.
What about the main Flash suit? That looks pretty decent in that picture.
Sure.
Looks better than I've seen before. It's finished CGI, I guess, you know. The Batman, the ears are cut off. It looks all right. Brucifer, any comments here? CGH? Yeah. All right. Done with that.
It looks fine. Oh, sorry. I was reading up on what happens when Batman and Superman hit the public domain. And
Mickey Mouse is slated. Yeah, I would do Steamboat Willie type horror movie. Yeah,
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let me see what else we have here. Captain America again. They're still filming it. Captain America hasn't been shut down yet. Now Captain America 4. I'm hoping.
Right.
What?
What?
Well, they canceled the Disney Plus shows. I guess the movies are kind of escaping it. You know, the movies are a tighter ship, I guess.
Maybe.
Okay, so here we go. Captain America 4, first look at Anthony Mackie.
Where's it filming at?
I don't know. Yeah, Steamboat Willie just sounds like a horror movie to begin with, doesn't it?
Sounds like a porn.
It really does.
It really does. Come here and show me your Willie on my steamboat.
Like a guy in Louisiana or something.
Overalls and one tooth.
Yeah.
Okay, so Captain America New World Order film stunts at Brown Airport in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay.
Oh, whoa, you can't say that word.
What?
Oh, nothing. It's a terrible joke.
Here we go. That's it. Amazing. There you go. That's the news, everyone. Woo! He's twirling. All right.
He's doing a practice twirl.
That's that.
Well, it seems that Disney and Warner Brothers will be able to go in front of the courts and argue for an extension because these characters make so much money compared to, you know.
Oh, they're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
What do you think, Voltaire? These big companies are going to find a way to do something with the stuff that's going into public domain? They're going to figure something out.
What they're going to do is, like, Superman Legacy is probably going to end up having the classic costume because that's the original costume from way back when Action Comics #1, just so they can keep the copyright.
That's not how that works.
I don't know if that's going to work, CGH, but but James Gunn might want to do an homage to that, sure. You know.
Basically, that's what's going public domain is Action Comics #1.
It'd be awesome if he uses Superman that doesn't fly.
Yeah.
he just leaps tall buildings in a single bound.
Mm-hmm.
That'll piss off people.
Oh, I don't want to see that. No. Here's another horror movie. I was thinking maybe it would have Perp on tonight, but he must be busy.
Well, he's prepping for his show for tomorrow. Was it tomorrow?
What show?
He has a show, a stream coming up.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow, I believe.
Cool. I didn't know about that. All right.
Put it in the chat.
I sometimes don't look at the.
It's on.
Yeah, he's live streaming. What is that?
The Fangoria Chainsaw Awards.
Right. Oh, okay.
Hosted by Peaches Christ.
Who's that?
Ha ha ha.
Friend of Bruce's.
No, but I want to be friends with her.
Okay.
Hold on. Share my screen.
Should I?
No, I got it.
The Queen Mary new horror film from Dracula Untold director lands distribution. I kind of want to watch Dracula Untold again. I've heard it's good.
I liked it.
I only gave it I very passingly watched it. I didn't really give it its fair share back in the day.
I wish it would have got a sequel.
Okay, so it's better than The Mummy. That was still also in the Dark Universe, right?
I like The Mummy.
Is that the Tom Cruise Mummy?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to give that another chance.
There we go. This is Peaches Christ.
Cool. Nice.
We're gonna be canceled tomorrow. Boycott Max.
Don't tell DeSantis.
Oh.
I don't know. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Awesome.
Yeah, so he'll be streaming that tomorrow.
Cool. Who's here looking for Peacemaker season 2 update?
I am.
Well,
I'm interested.
It's not going to happen anytime soon.
Well, we knew that. We knew that already.
Well, the best you're going to get of Peacemaker is probably Mortal Kombat 1.
It's after Superman.
I would imagine, yeah, he's pretty busy, James Gunn.
Yeah, I think it's waiting too long, though. I would have preferred honestly, I'm hyped for Superman Legacy now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm intrigued. Okay, I'm intrigued by the casting rumors.
Sure,
what he's gonna do. But honestly, if
there
it comes down to brass tacks, I really like Peacemaker, and after watching Suicide Squad twice, I love Suicide Squad, and I would have preferred him just
The Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad.
All right, there we go.
I would have
Peacemaker is better than Suicide Squad.
I would have preferred him branch out that in the Wallerverse and all that, and just Creature Commandos instead of Superman Legacy, and then just let the Flash land where it was going to land and adapt from there. I'll be real. I would have preferred Peacemaker 2 over Superman Legacy.
I will tell you this. I really think that DC Comics is setting up for Amanda Waller to be the big bad in the fall.
Interesting.
Yeah.
She's a good big bad
event.
But honest, can you guys answer that question, Brucifer, Voltaire, CGH? Would you have preferred Superman Legacy or going right into Peacemaker season 2?
So Peacemaker season 2 should have started filming shortly after Peacemaker season 1.
And then and then he wouldn't have got the done Superman Legacy though.
Correct.
And I would have preferred that. I'm sorry.
But now it's going to be a wait for it. Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, haven't you been bitching about there's no Superman movie?
No Superman. I mean, you could have Superman in your movies without a whole Superman movie, you know.
But it might have given
the
whole Superman thing some time to breathe too.
Yeah. So actor John Cena offered fans a hopeful update. When asked if fans were still going to get a season 2, Cena noted that he hopes so. That's the hopeful update.
He hopes so.
He knows he's getting one.
Loves James Gunn as a human being, and Peter Safran as well. I hope so.
He made you a star of a TV
What
show.
I will say is I'm very excited about the new leadership at DC because I love James Gunn as a human being. And Peter Safran as well. I have the utmost respect for them as professionals. I've never seen people so prepared and who take it so serious and have so much passion for it and aren't afraid to be themselves.
I wonder if Cena went to the same parties that Gunn went to.
Parties that I wish I could attend.
What?
I think they went to some fun parties, don't you?
Which ones?
Yeah, you didn't get the joke.
Oh, I see. No, I didn't, I guess.
But if they put Peacemaker in Mortal Kombat, they have to do a skin where he's just wearing his tighty whities, like in this TV show.
They almost have to, right?
That would be really funny. What you will see from DC in the future is the heart of James Gunn. He is not going to leave anything on the table. He will not make a villain movie that says movie on the end of it.
What he said, Gunn won't leave anything on the table? He must be horrible to have around with Coke.
Oh, God.
This is a family show.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Our viewers don't do Coke.
Wow,
Yeah, they do rum and Coke.
I don't want to know what our viewers do, honestly. I don't want to. Okay, so he will not make a vanilla movie. He will take chances. He will be brash. He'll do things his way, but he will get you authentically. But you will get authentically his creative mind, and which I think is brilliant. So whether the future of DC involves Peacemaker or not, as a fan and as a friend of James Gunn, I'm excited for the future. He doesn't say all Gucci like Zachary Levi, though. We're all Gucci.
Zachary Levi has no credibility.
Yeah. I had to throw that in there. People think I hate him. I do not hate him. I don't
hate him.
He's cringe. He's just cringe.
He's pretty cringe. He really is. Yeah.
It was fun for Chuck. It's, once you realize he's a lot more Chuck than he's acting, then it's cringe.
Could you imagine if he got in the role as Star-Lord?
Oh, it wouldn't have worked.
I don't feel like it would. I don't think he's charismatic enough.
Yeah.
Like he could play I imagine Zachary Levi Quagmire in Family Guy. He could play like that kind of character, or Larry, like some character like the funny neighbor or something like that. But geez.
CJH, I hope you're doing all right, man. You just left like that. I'm sending a message. Remind me tomorrow about the mic.
You still haven't melted out?
You still haven't shipped that thing?
Well, I've been so busy.
Literally have to go into the post office.
Well, I gotta package it, and then I gotta find some other things I could send them. I don't want to just send them just the mic.
You gotta print out that form and fill it out, regardless.
Yeah. Okay.
So did you see yesterday? We covered the Rotten Tomatoes reviews so far on Indiana Jones. I see Darcipio's mentioning it in the chat, and it was at 50%. But did you see on Twitter today how many people posted 36%, or look how bad the reviews are, or blah blah blah, or and then when it was 50%, they go, "Wow, Kathy Kennedy miscalculated these lukewarm reviews," that kind of thing. It's pretty funny.
Well, the budget, it's bad. Let's talk about that. Let's look at the. Jeremy and Ken Ryan did actually a good job on the. They're like, they should not have cost this much money. They shouldn't have done this much. If you're going to do it, do not make it this.
Really?
Jones,
that's a good video budget for you to react to.
Well, I reacted to it a while ago. I don't remember which one.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. And that's before. Look at this. This is ridiculous. This movie should not cost this much. Look at this. I will give props to Jeremy and Ryan. I was not covering the budget for Indiana Jones 5. They should never made it for this much. And that's a big problem with the industry. Yes,
how many times are you going to forget when Sean explained the budget and the cuts and where it's filmed at? So a lot of these budgets are way less than where it's publicized.
Well, they have there's potentially like product placement and tax cuts. Yeah.
United Kingdom, Italy, Morocco.
But at the base of it, 300 million? No way they should have made Indiana Jones for 300 million. I'm sorry, I don't think so.
Seems heavy. And if you believe that, the concept that you have to make 2.5, you got to make 2.5 to whatever to make money. That means this movie's got to make 750 to break even.
It's Wikipedia. I don't trust that number.
I don't know if they're hiding it though. Like they're probably using that as part of the promotion. Like that's what do you think, CJH? 300 million. I mean, to be fair. All right, let me see where else is. All right, here's Screen Rant. Let me bring up Screen Rant. Okay. This is Screen Rant. Let me hold on a second. Screen Rant's getting me issues before I bring it up. All right, Screen Rant. Okay, so Indiana Jones 5's budget is setting it up for failure. This isn't even Ryan Kinnell.
Screen Rant said that. Wow.
Yeah. Looks like the most epic indie adventure yet, and it comes at a price. It would needs to earn, and this is the thing, like with that Scorsese did with De Niro for The Irishman. A lot of this de-aging stuff, does it still cost a lot? I don't know if that's what's adding to it. Has a budget that is set to give a major challenge when it comes to the box office success. The 5th movie in the Indiana Jones franchise looks absolutely epic in scope. And it's set to be the biggest adventure for the archaeologists yet, but has led to a budget that raises some red flags. Unfortunately, given the hesitance about yet another Indiana Jones movie, following this like Indiana Jones, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and that's actually, I believe, a lot of the reason that George sold it after that. George, that was, he had ideas for Star Wars. He was developing live action Star Wars TV shows himself at the time. And then when it was like a 1, 2, 3 punch. This, and then he was also re-releasing Star Wars films in 3D, but he started with the Phantom Menace, and no one saw it. And then this, and then I forget what else. I guess there's not.
I think George Lucas was just a greedy bastard.
There we go.
It's not like the movie's real budget is public avail. Okay, yeah, I'm going off. How do they know that? You're right, Degrassi. We don't know for sure.
But would it surprise you if it was 300?
No, it wouldn't.
No, it's a heavy. The trailers so far have been CGI up the you know what.
Yeah,
that's expensive.
When you use when you're less practical, more CGI for an older cast, that adds to it.
And what if I told you that I think that Kathleen Kennedy operates with complete impunity and does what she wants, and if she wants a big budget, she gets it.
Yeah. Okay, so Indiana Jones: The Odyssey is one of the most costly movie productions Disney has ever made. The production also suffered a couple setbacks, such as Ford injuring himself on set, which you have to account for when you're dealing with older talent, and you're doing like stunts. It's, even though you have a stunt man, which generally leads to budget inflating. Well, the cast and crew are on standby. However, with an epic narrative full of time travel, a globe-trotting adventure, and an all-star cast, it's no wonder the film cost so much to make. And that means it has to become an almost impossible blockbuster hit. I think this movie it's got so a bloated a bloated budget and came into existence because I think they promised him things if he came back for Rise of Skywalker too. Because he was done. He was done after Force Awakens, and after Carrie, and he still came back. This is the thing you do with the big studios. Okay, I'll do something for you, do something for me. He really cares about indie. He's been wanting to do indie for quite some. Oh yeah, he cares about.
I mean, I'm surprised he's playing Thunderbolt Ross, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to take it. It's massive, $295 million. I doubt this. I think this is gonna be a disaster, honestly. This one. I don't think this. I think The Flash is gonna do better than this, right?
Yes, for sure. For sure.
I don't see anyone's buzz around it. I think there was
There's
more
not
buzz.
Near the buzz around. That's a really good point. There's not near the buzz around this.
I think there was more buzz around Kingdom of the Crystal Skull before people saw it.
Well, yeah.
And then they saw it and they're like, oh, $750 million to break even. All right.
I think they just wanted to give Harrison Ford whatever he wanted for his last Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, but I think they owed him something for the other favors he did for them.
I think the money will be recouped in digital and physical sales of this.
I don't know.
You think so?
Yeah.
What's your, based on what you've seen, Bruce, for the
because
trailers,
there are
what would you predict the box office on this thing
is? The box office?
Yeah, what would you predict?
Probably do about 600.
Okay.
600, 700.
I believe
I'd say, I think 450 to 500 million.
Wow,
worldwide.
that would be disaster.
That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going to see it. Unless
Why?
I don't know. Because my dad doesn't go to theaters anymore. I don't think my wife's on board for this one. Maybe she will. I'll ask, if my wife wants to see it, I'll go. But if she's like, I'll wait, then I'll wait.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not something I have to rush out to see. Unless I start doing more movie reviews on Thursdays. Because Thursday I get out 2. I can get to the theater. Unless I start doing more for the channel, and there's a reason for me. If I'm just doing it for myself, I'll wait for this one.
Can't you write off the ticket price?
Probably. I'm not very good at I'm very good at paperwork. Yeah. The redemption. I like Legend of Crystal Skull. It's not great, but I enjoy it. It's fun. He's still got a little spry in his step. There's some cool action sequences.
Mm-hmm.
Him with Marion is more exciting than him with Phoebe Waller.
Yeah.
You know, she's from the first indie movie, right?
Yeah. I really hope that they do a Shia LaBeouf and Ezra Miller buddy cop movie.
I liked Mutt.
You know, I know a few people who actually did like his character and wanted him to continue. Yeah.
I thought it was fun. I didn't like the whole premise of aliens and Crystal Skull that much, but it was still fun.
Breaking news.
Is there really?
Well, I don't know. Who's this guy?
Is Brian the breaking news?
Yes. No, but
hey, Brian, how's it going, man? We can't hear you.
Fast X has already made $100 million.
Good
worldwide.
God Almighty!
Worldwide, okay.
Wow.
Well, it's only one day.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money for one day.
That is. If you like Crystal Skull, you like the Aldous. Yeah, but I don't know if I want to. Maybe I'll feel like I might want to support. I don't know. I'm just not sold on it yet. I can't unmute you, Brian.
Can we take a little moment to give CJH credit for not inundating us with, chat GBT?
You just had to bring it up, right?
Actually, CJH, I actually want one now. Can you do Indiana Jones 6? What the AI would do for Indiana Jones 6?
I want to see. Can you do Jennifer Holland as Harley Quinn?
Fast to the Future.
Hey, Brian.
I don't know what's up with Brian. He can't talk yet.
You muted him.
I didn't mute him. I tried to.
Why are you angry at him? Is that why you're muting him?
I'm not muting him.
Wow. You know, he comes
I'll be back
one time. Oh.
Oh, he's getting frustrated. Uh-oh. Now you kicked him off.
Wow, he
completely.
kicked him from the stream. What a douche.
I didn't do nothing. I was trying to unmute him.
What's with the double negative? I didn't do nothing over here.
I didn't do nothing over here.
Hey, Joey, get the baseball bat.
Are you working on that? I want to see Indiana Jones 6. What Kathy Kennedy will do if she brings Indiana Jones 6.
That's not how that works. Write a script for Indiana Jones 6.
I want to see what the AI comes up with.
In the style of Stephen King.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that looks cooler. The Dial of Destiny. He's like frozen in carbonite or something. He needs to look old. Oh, that's a good. Send me that picture. That's amazing. CJH. Indiana Jones 6.
That's a good photo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fast
X. Love those Fast X movies. My God.
Hey,
I mean, that's unbelievable.
Oh, I gotta hang now.
And weren't those their initial reports that it was tracking badly? But my God, obviously that's wrong.
Well, worldwide though, we don't know when it made domestic yet. I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
Let's see. What is this?
Oh, what happened to Brian? We'll be back, I hope.
He's angry. He's hurt.
I don't want to be hurt. Okay, what do we think? Christopher. Oh, hold on. Let me bring this up here. I only have a couple articles left. That dude Vince is on the wrong channel. You're on the right channel, brother. All right. Let me bring this up here. Christopher Lloyd. Down for Back to the Future Part 4. He wants to do it.
Why?
Well, he wants to do it. He thinks he's good friends
Michael J.
with
Fox does it.
He thinks Michael J. Fox wants to too.
Michael J. Fox posted a tweet the other day saying how crappy it would be. Like you couldn't do anything about it.
Oh, really?
Oh, he said a remake wouldn't be any good. So maybe if he did it, it would be good.
Yeah. I think there's ways you could do it and deal with his illness in it too. You know, I don't know how that. You have to do it in a respectful way that's not, take advantage of the. I don't know how to do that, but hopefully a good writer will figure
Martin
out.
McFly developed Parkinson's, so it would be easy.
Yeah. Okay. Christopher Lloyd, who's now 84, placing him in his mid-40s for the first Back to the Future, recently told Variety, "I would love to do a sequel, but I think Bob Zemeckis and producer Steven Spielberg felt that they told the story in 3 episodes." Yeah, Bob Zemeckis has gone on record for how many times saying he doesn't want it. But if someone has a brilliant idea that would satisfy a 4th film, it might happen. Well, that was the Cobra Kai people had an idea.
Just reboot it.
But for Zemeckis, he made like 2 amazing films and 1 very good film. It's tough for him to, I imagine, try again.
Go ahead. You can make. I'm very easy with clips on my streams. Go right ahead. I don't know. No idea. I would be up for this if Michael J. Fox also wants to. Lloyd added that he thinks he and Michael J. Fox could easily groove back to the rules. There's a certain ease between us. I didn't have to struggle to get there with Michael. There was never any conflict. It just fit and it never stopped. I feel like we could go and do it again after all these years and not even have to think about the relationship between Marty and Doc. Not surprisingly, Michael J. Fox has little interest in hopping back to the Future franchise, despite Christopher Lloyd's curiosity. Speaking with Variety, Fox said he has nothing. He said he has basically forgotten a 4th installment out of his mind. I'm sure someone thought about it, but I was in the early stages of Parkinson's at that point, so I don't know what I would have wanted to take that on. Right after Part 3 had done well, there might have been conversations about it, but never get involved with. I think Bob Zemeckis and Bob Gale, co-writer and producer, have been really smart about that. I don't think it needs rebooting because are you going to clarify something? You're going to find a better way to tell the story? I doubt it. Okay. They were at a cast reunion recently. There were some great images that came out from that. I would like it animated. Remember the animated Back to the Future series was kind of fun? That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brian, how's it going?
Wow, still no audio.
I don't know what's going on.
Hell?
Max, are you trolling?
No, I'm not. I don't
know what to tell you, dude. Can you
There
hear me?
you are.
There you go.
No,
There you go.
it is.
Now we got you.
I'm having microphone issues. Okay.
I thought you were mad at me.
I have to restart my PC.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Takes a little while.
But there's a way to do. I mean, he was acting with Parkinson's. He tried to even get a new sitcom a couple years ago that got it canceled. So, I mean, if they could have it work into the story and he's comfortable with it, but if he obviously doesn't want
your enthusiasm too.
Yeah, he obviously doesn't want to. He's not interested though, so that's fine. There was that Telltale Games thing. If you really want a story that seemed to be done really well,
They should do it with Eric Roberts.
oh, yeah. I think people would have an issue with that, though. Yeah. So how are you doing, Brian?
I'm not too bad. I had to work a split shift tonight, so
okay,
that's why I'm late. I just got home.
How's the new job treating you?
Pretty good. I like it.
Good.
People there are friendly, and it seems like a good place to work. So
cool.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
All right.
Did you find out?
There'll be two of me in a
What
minute.
days you're off?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, this is riveting YouTube, guys. How you doing? How's everybody?
We're better now. We had a great stream. My Mountain Dew's wearing off now, though, and we're actually at the last article.
I made it in time.
Blue Beetle cast. DC announces 10 main actors in movie. I'm looking forward to this.
Sure.
Zolo Maraduena.
Tumbling down the pipe.
Cholo.
What?
Cholo.
Okay. Cholo.
Yep.
Okay. Adriana Barraza, Leanna Reyes.
That kid's a good actor from
Dead End.
Damien Alcazar. Alpedia Carrillo. Oh God.
What?
Susan Sarandon.
Why are you hating on Susan Sarandon?
I am not hating on Susan. I used to have a crush on
You're
Susan.
like, oh
Sarandon.
God, Susan Sarandon.
But it's these superhero movies with
she's not the villain.
very beautiful older ladies. Okay, I heard she was. Okay. In this movie, as Victoria Cord, who was seen in the trailer, is likely the movie's big villain.
Man, I doubt it.
But that just says it right there.
It's the direct. Come on.
No, I've heard that before.
Yeah, from the direct.
But who else is going to be the villain then? Who else? Okay.
He's in a trailer.
Raul Max Trujillo.
Trujillo.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Archaeologist, a secondary villain, Indestructible Man. Oh, that's a spoiler there. George Lopez, Uncle Rudy. They don't have the mullet though. He has a mullet in it.
Batman is fat.
Really? That's cool.
Bruna Marquezine, Jenny Cord. Wow. Okay. Belissa Escobedo. Harvey Gwillan, Dr. Sanchez. So these are probably the only two villains that are possible, or Susan Sarandon, Victoria Cord, and Conrad Sarapax, and then Jenny Cord's are probably going to be her daughter, right? I don't know. Yeah. Jenny Cord will almost certainly have a tie to Susan Sarandon's villainous Victoria Cord. Could be like Romeo and Juliet or something. I don't know. She's the villain, Brucifer.
It's funny because she did not exist in the comic books until a few months ago. And she's not a bad guy.
She's a woman. And we got
That's
two brides.
two of me.
Oh God, I can't take one.
What the?
Done. All right.
Yeah, why are you saying that? Now you got me concerned.
Is
I'm
everything
fine.
okay, Max?
Yeah, I'm good.
You doing good? All right.
Yeah. Oh, this looks great, CGH.
Now you can really see in here. Man.
You could be posting on. All you have to do is like, why couldn't Kathy get it right? This is what Indy 5 should be, and then you get millions of retweets.
Oh my God!
Look at
really?
that. Yeah, this looks badass, CGH. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, over 300 million potential budget for or no, just under 300 million potential budget for Indiana 5, Brian.
Oh wow.
I don't think they should have made it for that price. That's too much.
No.
200 million tops, 250
Especially
million
after
tops.
Crystal Skull, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people still haven't forgiven them for that, you know?
Okay.
I might be one of them because I've only seen that movie once.
Kathy Kennedy is a
in the
force of
theater.
nature. She gets what
I
she
don't
wants.
have an issue with Kathleen Kennedy. I understand.
Nothing. Me neither. I'm just saying she gets what she wants.
I don't think
Come
that
on.
the fridge
I do.
Was her idea. I'm hoping it wasn't her idea to hide in a fridge.
I mean, that's great. It's actually very funny. There was a part like that in Temple of Doom where they're like they inflate an air raft in the air. Remember that?
Oh, of course, that one was dumb as shit too. I mean,
yeah, but they came up with a moment that was as funny as jumping a shark was nuking the fridge. That was actually pretty funny.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, there's a little thing called eggs. Scrambled eggs.
Nice.
Ooh, my video was doing pretty good.
Really?
For Mortal Kombat. For Mortal
Good for
Kombat.
you.
Fantastic.
Good for you, as Christian Bale would say.
Yeah. All right, so let me see if we only have 3 questions in the fail bag.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, let me fix that. Hang on a second.
No, it's too late.
Oh, I
It's too
beg to
late.
differ, sir.
CJH, you better get going, man. It's too quick. It's too late.
God, I wasn't even here tonight, so let's see here. Oh, I'm gonna do the most annoying thing ever. I got this. I got this.
I'm excited now, actually.
Sports.
Yep.
No,
nothing.
not
No, nothing is worse than when somebody shows up at like the ass end of the fucking stream.
What's
and
we
it's
talk
like,
about?
Hey guys, what do we talk about tonight?
Oh.
And then half the time we get like dislodged into some weird conversation that takes like 3 hours.
Someone came on the show last night and did that. What are you doing?
Did that happen?
No, I'm just saying.
At the end of the show, someone came on and said, "What are you guys talking about tonight?" And then Max went through a whole thing about it.
What?
Yeah.
No, we're good.
I did it quick in like 2 minutes though.
I watched a little bit of it while I was at work, but I don't have the option.
All right, let me see. Let me see if anyone.
I didn't put nothing in there. I was just talking shit.
Okay. Anthony Cheeseman says, "Did you see Fast X yet?" No. I think it makes enough money without me. I want to see it eventually because Brie Larson's in it, honestly, and Jason Momoa. No,
That's a big draw for you.
Ian Baycatcher from James Gunn's movies. She looks great in it. Oh, Voltaire. I saw a music video today. Woo!
Uh-huh.
God. Somebody get the bucket for the thirst.
Is that Zack Snyder shaking?
I got
Kathleen
recommended
Kennedy's
a
hand?
music because I've been watching a lot of music videos because I'm thinking about doing more music video reactions. And it's
full screen.
It's 3 ladies that do
Okay,
like
never mind.
rock music, hardcore. Like
Was this music video on Pornhub?
no, it
Okay.
was on YouTube.
Okay.
And they
PG.
did a cover song of Closer, 9 Inch Nails.
I mean, that one, the one on the top
I'd be
right, it's like
interested.
Tom Brady shaking
Yeah,
hands with some lady.
I will say this: I only watched it once, but I watched the whole music video.
At what
Oh,
speed?
Tom Brady.
Regular speed.
Oh wow, you didn't slow it down.
No.
Okay.
The top right's like 80 for Brady,
That's Kathy Kennedy.
supposedly.
Oh, she looks great in AI.
I don't know. I think the bottom left one looked good.
Zeke, is Jonathan Majors done the MCU? I don't know.
Remains to be seen.
Loki season 2's coming out. If Loki season 2 does amazing and people are really talking about Kang, maybe you could continue. If the court case goes okay, don't know. Will Spider-Man comics get better? Absolutely not. They're done. Stop collecting Spider. No, I'm just kidding. Spider-Man's been around forever. So
I still can't believe people are freaking out over Miss Marvel dying.
Well, it's something to talk about.
Well, they were
that's all.
freaking out 2 weeks ago about him being cucked by somebody, so it's not surprising.
You see, Degrassi, this isn't a fail bag. You're wrong. Degrassi even left.
You know, it's just funny that these same. How do I
Go ahead,
put
let
it?
it out.
Nerds that need to go outside and get laid are complaining about
Aw.
Spider-Man not getting laid by Mary Jane. Like, really? It's so weird.
I just don't care anymore, man.
Exactly. It's just
It's
stupid.
2023. Love who the hell you want.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I had. I don't know what else to talk about. Any Belterra, CGH? CGH, do you have a topic?
Are you there, CGH?
Is there an asteroid, or we go into space?
Oh,
Are you eating
My
fish
entire
chalet?
day revolved around auto parts.
Wonderful.
That looks like he's playing Hogwarts: Legacy.
Yep.
That's a lot of finesse in that once swinging.
There you go, man.
I'd
Laying
like
the
to.
wood.
I'd like them to see a standoff like gunslingers, like hold their wands to their side, and like.
As somebody who works in auto parts, Brian, how do you feel about? There's a couple of California state people who are saying, politicians who are saying that we should blame Toyota and Kia for making their catalytic converters so easy to steal.
Yeah, I heard that. Yes. No, you're screwed if you get yours stolen. You're screwed because it's hard to get them, right, Brian?
It's like a $2,000 repair too, right? Or the part?
But they're back
especially
ordered.
If it's California, yeah, absolutely.
Aren't they back ordered too, Brian?
Not necessarily. You could still get a lot of catalytic converters for a lot of things.
Or
But,
like a Honda Civic.
There's not the market for it is not what it once was.
Mm.
The trace amounts of platinum and palladium that they get out of them is it's not what it once was. Back in the day, you used to be able to walk up to a recycle yard with a cat and be like, dude, $80. All right, cool.
I need to start giving more Activia. I'll be Teddy.
Yeah, no.
MPB.
They're a bitch, especially here. Depends on where you live and what the regulations are as far as smog. If you buy an original equipment California vehicle and you live in California, you have to buy a California cat, and those are like $1,200 just for the part, and then it goes.
That
up
can
from
crush
there.
people. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's why a lot of people they go trade them in. When that 420 code comes on, yeah, that's it. And a P0420 is what I'm talking about. Nothing to do with the ganj, but I've been around it a bunch. The only way to really fix it is to replace the cat at the end of the day.
There you go.
Which sucks. No, major auto repairs, like they should have they have repair insurance, but it's ass. I mean, it doesn't cover a lot of stuff in the fine print. So and not only that, but like only certain shops can even touch it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. And then like if you're on extended warranty, it's like, no, forget it. A lot of that stuff's not even covered anymore.
There you go, everybody.
Yep. Here's your lesson on automotive today, folks. And we just lost 3 viewers.
Did you see the Tesla Ryan Reynolds?
Sorry, you don't want to see where I work.
The
What's
AI
CGH?
Ryan Reynolds.
AI Ryan Reynolds, sure.
Yeah, they stole Ryan Reynolds' likeness for an ad.
Oh, okay. No, I
for
didn't know.
Tesla.
For Tesla.
Yeah.
Tesla. Yeah. They make those pieces of shit out here.
Oh, look. Katana has been cast.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Hold on.
Hello.
Well,
what you got covering on this?
I'll send it to you later, Brian.
I'm good. I just saw it. We're fine.
Brucifer's been trying out new
Yeah,
material
wait,
tonight.
why are Tesla's pieces of crap, Brian? By the way, I drive a Tesla.
Oh.
I
Cool.
forgot.
I mean, if you live in a city and there's charging stations nearby and all that good stuff,
They didn't
rock on
ask
Thunder, man.
Brian,
Yeah,
they didn't
no
ask
problem
Brian Reynolds for that consent to use his likeness.
We should
But,
sue their ass. Then.
Say you want to drive from Reno to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't think there's good charging stations from there to there?
There's a few, but it's. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's okay. I don't want to get into the. Well, I when I got in automotive, I wanted to learn Toyotas, so I could learn the hybrid technology and stuff like that, because I wanted to stay on top of what was going on. But I don't know. To a certain point, it's just I don't really have a major issue with Teslas. It's just I don't know. The technology still needs to be proven and needs to be more readily available.
I don't drive anymore. That car drives itself, man.
Really?
Must be nice.
It does drive itself.
I work with cars and I hate
it. It
driving.
does park itself. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, they worked on that GPS out here too, actually.
Yeah, Fremont or whatever.
I found a final story since we were shooting the shit.
Nice.
This is interesting.
Okay.
The original plan for Independence Day 2.
Well, yeah, of course, man. It'd be awesome.
Independence Day 2 writer, producer Dean Devlin reveals the Rocky 3 like plans he and Roland Emmerich had for the story before Will Smith left.
Oh, there you go, right? That's feasible.
Let me see. Before we wrote one word, we met with Will Smith and said, "This is the idea we have." He loved it, was super excited to do it. We wrote not just one, but 2 sequels with him in mind, and we handed them into the studio. They went crazy and greenlit immediately. They told us this is the best first draft we've ever read of any script. It was like a bit like Rocky 3. He'd gotten rich and he'd gotten famous, and he had to get the eye of the tiger back. He's a little too comfortable, and it's his chance to bring the old Will Smith out of retirement. What happened?
Slap
where
him
they
into shape.
Yeah. Smith leaving Independence Day resurgence led to a mad scramble, with the script having to be totally rewritten in just 2 weeks.
Wow.
According to Emmerich's own account back in 2020. So that was really a shit show then. He left right before they were going to start production, I guess. And then
That's
2 weeks
ridiculous.
of rewriting, and they still went forward.
Wow.
The resulting story had Smith's character deceased, with the focus going instead to Stephen Hiller's stepson, according to Devlin in his new interview. It was the studio who mandated the script zoom in on younger characters, though the movie did bring back older original Independence Day stars Jeff Goldblum, Judd Hirsch, and Bill Pullman. Devlin says the studio also wanted to scale back on humor. They said modern tentpole movies don't have comedy in them anymore. And I was like, have you seen a Marvel movie? Wow, that was a big disaster. I would rewatch. I bought it. I think I have it on digital. I might rewatch that. Give it another
I don't
shot.
think I've ever seen Independence Day 2.
Well, I wanted Will Smith, but yeah.
You can get from Reno to Vegas, but you have to stop in Hawthorne, Tonopah, Beatty, and charge before you can get all the way there.
Okay.
Like a 700-mile drive. I was just curious because I was
That's
like
pretty
looking
good.
Well, because they have the Gigafactory here in Reno. It's where they make a lot of them, and they had a lot.
I've never had. Maybe if you live in like the middle of the country in weird places, but like in California, forget about it. There's charging stations all over the place.
Everywhere. Yeah. They don't have one in my hometown. That's funny.
Well, it's almost 2:00, and I appreciate all you viewers sticking with us. We're probably going to end the stream here, and CJH hasn't come up with any other topics because he's
We're looking
busy.
to kill that spider.
Well, yeah, we have to see what he does to the spider first.
Let CGH, how come you don't stream on your channel, like on Twitch or something?
I used to.
Do it on YouTube.
Wow, did really good there.
Game looks fantastic. I will say, jeez.
Okay, yes, Reyes, tell me the right time again because I keep messing up the time. 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay.
Have a good night, everyone.
I'll try to be home by then. Yes. Bye.
I want to end it exactly at 2 hours 30 minutes.
Okay, so we can watch CGI.
You got to get like a 30.
Oh wait, there's the Bambi. There's the Bambi horror deer.
20 seconds. You got it. 20 seconds. You got to end it, dude.
Kill Bambi. Look, he's gonna kill Bambi.
Because it won't end on 3 on 30 exactly. Remember, you got to do it a little early.
Like 57.
Now.
Yeah.
57 right now.
Good night.